How's it going, everyone? Data here, and welcome to our 5,000 subscribers celebration with our Cup or Bust franchise mode of the Montreal Canadiens Alumni, taking on the alumni teams of everyone in the NHL. All of the teams in the league have been replaced by their alumni counterparts. It's going to be a fun franchise mode here tonight as we celebrate the channel hitting 5,000 subscribers. So as always, if you're watching back on YouTube after we've already gone live, you can go ahead and skip to when the time in the top left corner is around the 5-minute mark, and that will be when we get started. As I just do all the YouTube stuff, I can't do this before the stream begins, so I gotta change the title, the thumbnail, the description, the tags. All this takes a couple minutes to get there. Crazy cool. Thank you very much, my friend. It's been a whirlwind of a week, to say the least. Hey, Kaylee, welcome aboard. Kaylee, someone who's been commenting a lot recently. I've seen you on the career simulations and the franchise modes. Thank you for being here, my friend. As YouTube always has you jump through a few hoops, but I have it all prepared beforehand. It just takes a few seconds. Basketball for life. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Actually, I'll show you the Canadiens lineup for who we'll be playing with tonight. It's a great team here for the Canadiens. Of course, Maurice Richard, Jean Beliveau, Bob Gainey, some of the best players of all time for their different abilities. 20K, how much you at, buddy? Takes time. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes commitment, it takes consistency. We are gaming, we're playing NHL 22. We'll get started just when we're at the 5-minute mark up in the top left corner. Until then, I'm just going to take care of all the other little things that have to be done. 8:36, good for you. Very well done. LTA Sports Cards, welcome to the stream. There we go. Tweet's ready to go. Discord bot sent the message. Good, we're almost there. So, as we wait for everyone to get in, what we're going to do to start the stream is to look around all the alumni teams in the league to get, everyone their favorite team. They can see who's on their alumni squad. We're playing with the Canadiens. Just about a year and a half ago, we did our 2,000 subscriber celebration live stream, a Cup or Bust with the Canadiens in 2021-22, and we won the Stanley Cup in a really crazy fun live stream. It was over 4 hours. It was just about 4 hours long, right? It was 4.5 hours. It was a crazy stream. I would encourage you all to check it out. But here we are, about a year and a half later now at 5,000 subscribers. Mahavlich, Morenz, Richard, Cournoyer, Beliveau, Schutt, Gainey, Savard, Geoffrion, Richard encore, Eddie Lack, and Peter Mahavlich. We got Frank Mahavlich and Pete Mahavlich. I don't know about the rights, but I'd be cool to see way old guys like Newsy Lalonde. Yeah, Imagine that. I would really like that. I know the oldest guy on the team chronologically seems to be Howie Morenz, who played in the, I want to say the 20s or the 30s. I think it's more like the 20s that Howie Morenz played in. He's going to be undrafted, right? Yeah, undrafted, obviously. Howie Morenz, who died very, very early. He had a great career. Jack, thank you for the congratulations. And Mackenzie, thank you as well. Let's just get this going. Just want to make sure I have the stream open on the side. So if there's ever a message that goes too long, I can see it on my computer to my right. Sometimes the message on the screen is too long for the PlayStation to handle. Hey, Vinny, thank you very much. Very much appreciated once more. There we go. Georges Vezina. From 1923 to 1937. There you go. Hey, I was right. 20s, 30s. Hey, there you go. How about that? On defense, the Canadiens have Robinson, Chelio, Savard, Lapointe, Langway, and Harper. It's not really the alumni team for all these teams that we'll look at. It's not the alumni team in the sense of these are your best players of all time. It's more like these are your best players who played for your team of all time. Some of the players you'll see on the alumni teams only played there for 1 or 2 seasons. As well, of course, like Harper at an 82. Was P.K. Subban at his height like an 88? Yes, but we're not, I don't know how it works or who they choose who. There's some, like, for example, Guy Lafleur is not here. But maybe, I guess they didn't have his rights somehow. So that also comes into play. Goaltending, it's Patrick Roy, backed up by Jacques Plante. Scratches, we have Lefebvre, Quintal, Lemaire. Lots of great French names here with the Canadiens. As we are now hitting the 5-minute mark on the video, let's get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a crazy ride the last 2.5 years to hit 5,000 subscribers. About a year and a half ago, after about, I'd say we're about a year into making videos, we hit 2,000 subscribers. Now at 2.5 years, we're at 5,000 subscribers. So it's been good, consistent growth here, and I appreciate all of your support, whether it be commenting or watching or whatever else, donating. It all goes into the big picture, and I appreciate that very much. So it's going to be a fun one tonight as we try to win the Stanley Cup with the Canadiens alumni team. We did the Cup or Bust a year and a half ago with the 2021-22 Canadiens. Won the Cup in like a 4-hour live stream, but that included a lot of other things. I don't know if we'll be doing as many trades and scoutings and line chemistry, stuff like that. It should be a bit shorter than how long it took the previous time. But let's start by looking at all the alumni teams for anyone who is a fan of a different team. For example, we start on the Anaheim Ducks. There's Yari Curry on the first line, Adam Oates, Timo Solani. The alumni teams are only retired players. So the Oilers, no, it's not only retired players. Like, for example, I know the Minnesota Wild have, like, Jason Zucker on the team. Yeah, Jason Zucker, Charlie Coyle, Mikael Granlund. So, not only retired players. So, we'll see which team has who. So, starting with the Ducks, we have Curry, Oates, Solani on the first line, Brian Bellows, Saku Koivu, and Steve Ruchin on the second line. He was the first Duck of all time, I believe. Is that it? In the expansion draft? Todd Marchand with Stéphane Lebeau, Troy Loney, Bumgartner, Mike Sillinger, and George Parros on that fourth line. 77 overall enforcer with the 5-star physical. There he is. On defense, he played 19 games. Oh, yeah, really? Rangers legend. Defense, you have Niedermeyer and Pronger. That's one of the better first pairs in the league, even with the alumni teams being in play. Beauchemin with Olesen and Mironov with Carney. I can't say I know all these players perfectly. Goaltending, it's J.S. Giguère, backed up by Guy Hébert. You got Sean Pronger as a scratch. You got Jarkko Ruutu. All right, so there are the Anaheim Ducks. Let's breeze through these. Arizona Coyotes, you got Keith Tkachuk, Jeremy Roenick, and Mike Gardner, one of the best snipers of all time. George Parros with the haymakers back in the day, absolutely. Owen Nolan, Daniel Briere, and Shane Doan. Then on the third line, Greg Adams, Michael Handzus, and Claude Lemieux. Georges Laraque, another guy who throws haymakers with a 5-star physical, another enforcer with Fiddler and Rick Tocchet. Defense, this is pronounced Lume, I would assume. Teppo Numminen, legend, O'Coin, Carney, Barron, and Zbigniew Michalek. You're going to see some repeats of players as well throughout the teams. Cujo between the pipes, backed up by Sean Burke, one of the better goalies at an 88 overall. So there are the Coyotes. Boston Bruins have Johnny Buick. You got Jean Rattel, or Buick, Jean Rattel and Adam Oates. Cam Neely, linesman, or I'm really going to butcher some of these. Is it Linsman or linesman? Because no, it must be Linsman because the E is not before the S. Prentice, Simmer, Fergus, Middleton, Hodge Sr., Ken Hodge Sr., Casper, and Terry O'Reilly. Defense, Ray Bourque with Brad Park, so obviously no Bobby Orr. He would be here if it was everybody that you could put. Westfall with Aury, Smith with Quintal, Stefan Quintal, who is also on the Canadiens. Goaltending, it's Jerry Cheevers, backed up by Andy Moog. Busick, is that it? Buick? Did I say it right once or I don't know. Thank you, Jack. By the way, Andy Moog, 5'9". Crazy that he had the numbers that he did. They have a ref as their second line centerman, eh? So there are the Bruins. Buffalo Sabres, we've got Dave Anderchuk, Dale Hawerchuk, and Pat LaFontaine. Rest in peace to one of the Buffalo Sabres' best players of all time. Second line, we have Vave, Brielle, and Gare. Napier, Pekka, and Tom. Taylor Pyatt's out here. Good for him. Matthew Barnaby, another haymaker kind of guy, with Hogue and Rob Ray. Defense, Housley and Numminen. Brian Campbell, look at him, with Krupp, and Korab with William Hutt. Goaltending, it's Don Edwards, backed up by Robert Sauvé, I would imagine. Mr. Hobbsy, welcome to the stream, my friend. We'll get to the sender soon enough. Hurricanes, you got Gary Roberts, Rob Brendamore, and Nelson Emerson. Rutu, Primo, and Whitney. Cron, Yell, and Walker. Stefan Yell, one of our legends in the Atlanta Thrashers dynasty mode. McCarthy, McClement, and Langdon on the 4th. Defense, Paul Coffey with Jeff Brown. That's definitely going to help them the short time that Coffey was on the Hurricanes. Brian Allen, there's a legend with Mike Commodore. And Aaron Ward with Curtis Leschyshyn. Goaltending, it is Sean Burke backed up by Trevor Kidd. Wow, that goatee from Trevor Kidd. Sheesh. Blue Jackets have Rick Nash, Andrew Castles, and Chris Clark. Difficult for them to have much of a alumni team. Yeah, a lot of coffees there. Marshall, Marchand, and Freddie Modine, another Atlanta player for us. Cron, Pekka, and RJ Umberger. Sean Pronger, Mike Sellinger, and Jody Shelley. Defense, Berard and Adam Foote, easily the best player on the team. Well, he and Rick Nash. O'Coin and Tutin, Luke Richardson, and Mike Commodore. Goalies, we have Mathieu Garon and Ty Conklin. Bang. I'm sure there's other players in the scratches that I haven't seen as well, but if they're scratched, it's probably one of the names that I don't know quite as well. On the Flames, now this is quite the lineup for the Flames. Theo Fleury, Doug Gilmour, and Jerome McGinley on the first line. Second is Joe Mullen, Joe Nieuwendyk, and Kent Nilsson. Gary Roberts, Andrew Castles, and Lanny McDonald. Lanny McDonald, a third liner. How about that? Sheesh. And Brian McGrattan with Yoel Otto and Darren McCarthy on the 4th. Defense, Phil Housley and Al McInnes. Robin Regier and Tommy Albelin. Third is Paul Reinhart and Steve Conroyd. Goaltending for the Flames, it's 90 overall Mike Vernon, backed up by Trevor Kidd. They are loaded. See, their scratches I'd want to see. You got Matt Stajan, there's a legend. Stefan Yell and Jonas Höglund. All right, moving on to the Chicago Blackhawks. Michel Goulet, Denis Savard, and Jeremy Roenick. There he is, JR. Doug Gilmour, Stan Mikita, and Brad Richards at an 88. Brad, how much time did Brad Richards spend on Chicago? The beard on the kid, eh? Crazy. Dennis Hull, Brent Sutter, and Steve Larmer on the 3rd. Cliff Corral, Troy Murray, and Bob Probert. More haymakers coming here. There should be a lot of fights in this league. On the 4th. Defense, Housley, Chelios, Campbell, Murray, Marchment, and O'Coin. Goaltending, it's 93 overall Glenn Hall, backed up by 90 overall Ed Belfour. Whew, wow. That is a crazy team. The Grim Reaper Stu Grimson's also out here. Wow. There's going to be a lot of penalty minutes this year. All right, moving to the Colorado Avalanche. Solani, Sakic, and Curry. This is a stacked top 6. Hayduk, one of my favorite players of all time. Peter Fausto Forsberg and Alex Tanguay. Podine, Yell, and Claude Lemieux. Parker, Tucker, and Peter Worrell. Wow! Peter Worrell. Look at that 5-star physical. 6'6" behemoth. Love it. Slap shot, wrist shot accuracy in the 60s. Love it. Eddie the Eagle. Goalies are stacked in Chicago. Absolutely. Defense, Ray Bourque with Rob Blake. Adam Foote with Sylvain Lefebvre. Scott Hannon, legend, with Yui Krupp, I believe. 6'6". Whoa. What are his attributes, this guy? Sure, 6'6". Goaltending, it is Patrick Roy, backed up by Jean-Sébastien Giguère. Great team in Colorado. Dallas Stars alumni, Brad Richards, Mike Modano, and Brett Hull. What's his shooting like? All 97s and 98s. Oof. Yeri Lettinen, Pierre Turgeon, legend, and Joe Nieuwendyk. Maybe getting Pierre Turgeon on the team would be a great idea for the Canadiens here, because we can make trades in this franchise mode. Third line, Guy Carbonneau, Jason Arnott, and Jamie Langenbrunner. Courtnall Fiddler and Shane Corson. Ooh, he made the cut, eh? On that 4th line. Defense, Gonchar and Zubov. Yanni Nienema, the guy who was traded for Mike Ribeiro back in the day. Teppo Newman in there, Chambers and Ludwig. Goalies, it's Eddie the goalie, Eddie the Eagle, 90 overall, backed up by 88 overall Marty Turco. Boy, the names are really going crazy here. Krupp scored the game-winning goal in triple overtime in Game 4 to sweep Florida and win the Cup. No kidding. Great little pieces of information here. Now, here's a stacked team, absolutely. Luc Robitaille here in Detroit. Marcel Dion and Gordie Howe. 95 overall power forward. 5-star physical. 5-star everything aside from 4.5-star skating. Gordie Howe with Marcel Dion and Luc Robitaille on the first line. Ted Lindsay, Steve Yzerman, Brett Hull on the second. Sid Abel on the third. Look at this guy with Mike Modano and Brendan Shanahan. The guy who couldn't get that one extra games played. Probert, Primo, and McCarthy on the fourth. Defense, Lidstrom and Chelios. That's probably the best pair in the league. Larry Murphy with Paul Coffey. And Mark Howe with Reed Larson. My goodness. Goaltending is 94 overall Terry Sawchuk. Backed up by 90 overall Mike Vernon. This is one of my favorites to win, I have to say. Shout out to Jimmy Howard, who made the team. You got Mikael Samuelson and Chris Osgood also in the scratches. That is a very stacked team in Detroit. Edmonton Oilers, here's a good team now. Esa Tikkanen gets first line left wing. How about that? With Wayne Gretzky, here are his attributes. 99s on the shooting. 5-star, he has a lot of 99 attributes. All of his puck skills at 99. 99 offensive awareness. Just the 3.5-star physical that hurts him. But aside from that, whew, Yari Curry on his right. Second line, Glenn Anderson, Mark Messier, and Ryan Smith. One of my, I'd say like my top 50 players, favorite players all time. Craig Simpson, Jason Arnott, and Mark Napier on the third. Yeah, crazy depth. But you'll see don't forget about the Canadiens, eh? Larocque, McTavish, and Corson on the fourth. Coffey and Pronger on the first defensive pair. Lowe and Huddy with Niinema and Rostalainen. Goaltending in Edmonton is 89 overall Grant Fuhr, backed up by 88 overall Curtis Joseph. Big Cujo. All right, moving on to the Florida Panthers. Igor Larionov, Joe Nieuwendyk, and Mark Parrish. Wow. Scott Mellenby, Olli Jokinen, and Gary Roberts on the second. Garpenlov with Scott Gomez and Ray Shepard on the third. Brad Boys, what a throwback we're getting here, with Sillinger and Greg Adams on the fourth. Bomeister McCabe, wow, on the first pair. Willie Mitchell and Brian Campbell on the second. Philip Kuba and Brian Allen on the third. Love it. It's Sean Burke backed up by Trevor Kidd. See that goatee one more time. Too bad that John Van Beesbrook isn't here. Let's get back to... Now we're going to the LA Kings. Robitaille, Gretzky, and Curry on that great first line. Dave Taylor with Marcel Dion and John Tonelli on the second. Simmer, Nichols, Nevin on the third. Courtnall, Goring, and Lukowicz on the fourth. Robinson and Blake top pair with Murphy and Regier second. Willie Mitchell with Rick Chartra on the third defensive pair. Rogie Vachon backed up by Kelly Rudy. Woo! Love it. Is that like 3 Trevor Kidd sightings now? I'm pretty sure there's like 4 Gretzky sightings, though, from Oilers, Kings, Blues, and Rangers. Minnesota Wild alumni. This one hurts a little bit. Zucker, Granlund, and Owen Nolan. At least Owen Nolan's out there. Great power forward. First line. Second line, Niederreiter, Coyle, and Pominville. Like 3 of the top 6, or 4 of the top 6 if you count Granlund, are players still in the NHL. Adam Hall, Jim Dowd, and Chuck Kobasu on the third. Oh, did he? Oh, that's odd then. I'm surprised they didn't put Sawchuk. And fourth line, Clutterbuck, Belanger, and Kyle Brodziak. Defense, Mitchell and Marek Zidlicki. Kuba, Carney, Lachinsky, and Hill. Goaltending, Nicholas Backstrom, 85, backed up by Rolly the goalie, Dwayne Rollison. All right. Now on to the Minnesota North Stars. So because Seattle and Vegas don't have alumni teams, I replaced them with the North Stars and the Quebec Nordiques. Brahma Bull fan, hey, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you for joining the stream and for saying so. So the Minnesota North Stars are also here. You got Dean Prentice with Mike Modano and Mike Gardner on the first line. Love that stash. Mike Gardner, such a good guy. One of the better goal scorers of all time. Nevin, Nilsson, and Bellows on the second. Hextall, Marek, and McAdam on the third. Gavin, Smith, and Payne on the fourth. Defense got Hartsburg with Larry Murphy, Ludwig and Maxwell, Rouse, Roos, and Langvin. Thank you, Smart Walrus. You're the smartest walrus I know. Gilles Meloche on that as a starting goalie as an 85, backed up by Paul Harrison. Moving now to the New Jersey Devils, who have Brendan Shanahan, Peter Stastny, and Brian Gionta. I'm surprised Gionta's only an 84. Stéphane Richer with Joe Nieuwendyk and Dave Anderchuk on the second line. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Arnott, Holik, and Lemieux on the third. McKay, Boschman, Laurie Boschman, great guy. And Greg Adams on the fourth. Defense, got Scott Niedermayer and Tommy Albelin, Marek Zidlicki, and Ken Danico. Russell and Driver, third defensive pair. Goaltending, of course, is 94 overall. Martin Brodeur, backed up by Chico Resch. How tall is Chico? 5'9". Hey, Chico! Classic. I love Chico Resch. And Brodeur, look at those attributes for him. He's going to have to try and carry the Devils a little bit, who have a solid top six, but I don't know if it'll drop. The right wing's a bit weak. Nashville Predators alumni, Jason Arnott, Peter Forsberg, and Steve Sully Sullivan. Second line, Mike Fisher, another great guy who I've met, with Ole Jokinen and Colin Wilson. No Scott Stevens, I suppose. They don't have the rights to everybody. Gilchrist, Fiddler, and McGrattan on the third. Hall, Sillinger, and Stu Grimson on the fourth. Too bad there's no Jordan Tutu. Defense, Barrett Jackman and Shea Weber, Marek Zidlicki, Scott Hannon, Neckar, and Hulse. Hey, merci beaucoup. Goalies, it's Yusei Saros as an 89. Wow, he's the alumni goalie. I guess they couldn't get Pekka Rinne. Backed up by Chris Mason. All right, next, moving on to the New York Islanders alumni. Clark Gillies, Brian Trottier, and Pat Lafontaine. That's an 88, 90, and 87 overall first line there. Nystrom, Brent Sutter, and Tonelli on the second. King, Goring, and Flatley on the third. Sutter, Dwayne Sutter, with Michael Pekka and Ken Bumgartner on the fourth. Too bad there's no Mike Bossy here. Defense, got Potvin and Westfall. Krupp with Matthew Schneider, and Yanni Nienema with Brian Berard. He is, yeah, probably. Billy Smith had a 91 overall, the starting goalie, backed up by Kelly Rudy. What's his aggressiveness, Billy Smith? Does it have? Yeah, 89 aggressiveness. There you go. And he's not hiding in the... Hey, Chico Resch. There he is again. Chico! Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. But I'm sure EA tried. You know, it's just too bad they couldn't get him. New York Rangers alumni. Now, this is a stacked team. You got Mark Messier, Wayne Gretzky, and Mike Gardner. Mike Gardner, again, one of the better snipers of all time. Love to see him up there. Rodrigue Gilbert on the second line with Jean Rattel and Brendan Shanahan. Prentice, Bathgate, and Nevin on the third line. Koser, I don't know. Duguay and Hadfield on the fourth. Defense, Brian Leach with Brad Park. Love that. Howell and Lowe on the second. Bukeboom and Rostalainen on the third. Goaltending, it's 88 overall Mike Richter with 88 overall Eddie Giacomin as the two goaltenders there. Gretzky's only not a 99 because of his physical attributes, but everything else, his shooting, his offensive awareness, all of his puck skills, all of those are 99. Just that the physical is a bit low, so that's what keeps him from being a 99 overall. Ottawa Senators alumni now. Sean McEachran, who we had in our Dynasty mode with the Atlanta Thrashers. Mike Fisher, first-line centerman. And Nelson Emerson, first-line right wing. All right, Martin Lapointe on the second line with Troy Murray and Magnus Arvidsson. Tom Chorsky, Dan Quinn, and Brian McGrattan on the third. Eric Condra, Laurie Boschman, and Jarkko Ruutu on the fourth. Defense, it's Sergei Gonchar, who played there for, what, like 2 seasons? With Wade Redden. At least that's a good first pair. Sammy Salo with Steve Duchesne. And Chris Phillips, who's only an 83. Hobbs not going to like that. With Mike Commodore. Goaltending, it's... Whoa, what? A 76 overall Darren Madley. Backed up by Mike Condon? Mike Condon is the backup on the Senators alumni team. And he's even a 73? The disrespect. Wow. Senators fans, look away. Look away. I'm going to go to the next team. Just look away. Oilers would have been a Stanley Cup winner in 2006, but Rolison was injured making the Hurricanes. Yeah. That was a tough injury. It was it Ty Conklin had to come in relief for Dwayne Rolison? I remember that, Kaylee. Philadelphia Flyers franchise, alumni, we got Clark, Lindros, and Recchi on that first line. Very, very nice. Yeah, most of the legends missing for the Senators. Leach, Roenick, and Barber on the second. John LeClaire with Rod Brendamore and Mike Knuble on the third. Paul Holmgren, future general manager, with Keith Primo and Dave Schultz on the fourth. Defense is Pronger and Mark Howe, Watson and Samuelson, Bladon and Richardson. I've seen Luke Richardson a few times now. Goaltending, it's Bernie Parent, backed up by Ron Hextall, 89 and 87 respectively. Hextall now a general manager himself, also in the NHL. Moving to the Pittsburgh Penguins, you have Brian Trottier, Mario Lemieux at a 96 overall. Once again, it's the physical that comes into play. He has all the 99 puck skills, 99 offensive awareness, the 99 shooting accuracies. The Senators sent him down to Belleville after allowing a horrible goal to the Coyotes. That's true, and now he makes the Alumni team. No Hasek, none of that, but even Alex Auld, but it's Mike Condon and Madley. Yikes. So Lemieux's there with Recchi and Trottier. Second line, Mahovlich with LaRouche and Mullen. Larocque, Apps Jr. and Craig Simpson. And then the fourth line, Schultz, Quinn, and Matthew Barnaby. It's too bad that Jean Pronovost is not on this team. The captain of the Penguins in the, is it the late 70s, was it? A very good man who I've met in the real world a few times. A very good man. So it's too bad he didn't make the team. Defense, Paul Coffey with Larry Murphy, Randy Carlyle with Sergei Gonchar, and Ulf Samuelsson with Yuri Slegger. Wow. Goaltending, it's Gilles Meloche at an 85 and Denis Heron at an 84. Gordy Roberts, Lowell McDonald, not Lanny McDonald. Okay. Moving to the Quebec Nordiques, who also come in to replace one of Seattle or Vegas. We have Forsberg, Sakic, and Nolan here on the first line. Peter Stastny with Matt Sundin. Love it. And Michel Goulet on the second. Wendell Clark, Greg Malone, and Brent Ashton on the third. Tim Hunter, Ron Sutter, and Aaron Broughton on the fourth. Defense, Albelin with Adam Foote, Brown with Duchesne, and Lefebvre with Krupp. And goaltending, it is 87 overall Ron Hextall, backed up by Dan Bouchard. Who are the scratches here? Butcher, Malarchuk. All right. There's Quebec. Now moving to the San Jose Sharks alumni. We got Adam Graves, Jeremy Roenick, and Timo Solani. Nolan, Bernie Nichols, and Vinny Damphus on the second line. Garpenlov with Larionov and McLean on the third. Hunter, Hanzus, and Shelley on the fourth. Defense, Gary Suter with Rob Blake. Dan Boyle, love it, with Al Yafrat. It's I've heard Yafrat or Yafrat. Like there's, it's like Alex Iafallo, right? Is it Iafallo or Iafallo? So is it Iafrate, Iafrati, Yafrati? I'm gonna call him Al Yafrati because that sounds most Italian. And then Campbell with Bodger. Goaltending, it's 90 overall Mike Vernon, backed up by 85 overall Evgeny Nabokov, one of my favorite goalies of all time. Love Nabokov, and so does Mark. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but Mark loves him. Is that Matthew Carl? There he is, Matthew Carl, and Tyler Kennedy. All right. Freity, gotcha. All right. Well, hopefully, we won't see him too much in this franchise mode. St. Louis Blues. We have Shanahan with Gretzky and Hall. That's one of Gretzky's better lines, I think, with Hall being on his right. Frady, gotcha. Thank you. Joe Mullen, Bernie Federko, and Peter Stastny. Keith Tkachuk, Doug Gilmour, and Red Berenson. Paul McLean with that stash. Look at all these stashes. Look at Paul McLean. Look at Blake Dunlop, and Alex Steen is out here as well. Love me some Alex Steen. Defense, Pronger and McInnes. Bouwmeester and Ramage, and Barrett Jackman with Steve Duchesne. Goaltending is 89 overall Grant Fuhr, backed up by 88 overall Cujo. That's our third Cujo sighting. On to the Tampa Bay Lightning. We have Dave Anderchuk, Denis Savard, and Martin St. Louis, the coach of the Montreal Canadiens. Crisp stashes, absolutely. On the second line, you have Stéphane Richer, Brad Richards, and Brian Bellows. Gary Roberts, Brian Bradley, and Darcy Tucker. Darcy Tucker's on the Lightning. Barnaby, Sillinger, and Freddie Modine on the fourth. Defense, Ramage and Boyle, Salo and Kuba, Cross and O'Coin. Goaltending is Sean Burke, backed up by Dwayne Rolls, and I was hoping for some Nikolai Habibulin, but unfortunately not. Now moving to the Toronto Maple Leafs. How's this for a team? Got Frank Mahovlich, Matt Sundin, and Mike Gardner, another Gardner sighting. Charlie Conacher, Daryl Sittler, and Dave Anderchuk on the second. Sid Smith, Doug Gilmour, they couldn't get a picture for good old Sid Smith, and Glenn Anderson on the third. Ty Domi, 80 overall with a 5-star physical. Apps Sr., an 88 overall fourth-line centerman, and Wendell Clark also in the fourth line right there. Defense, Borje Salming with Larry Murphy. This name again. Aya Freity. there, and Tim Horton on his right. He'll provide the coffee. Bob Bond with Brian McCabe. Goaltending, it's Johnny Bauer at a 92 overall, backed up by Walter Broda, who's a 5'9", 89 overall. Boof. Eddie Olchuk here is an 84 on the scratches. All right. Moving to the Vancouver Canucks now. How many more teams do we have? Just, yeah, two more after the Canucks. Daniel and Henrik Sedin on the first line with Marcus Naslund. Three of the biggest names, the three biggest names perhaps in Vancouver Canucks history on that first line. Linden, Larionov, and Bertuzzi on the second. Todd Bertuzzi listed as a power forward. I was wondering if he would be a grinder, but he is a power forward. I think, yeah, power forward fits better. Third line, Tanti Craven and Alex Burrows. Gino Ojic with Mike Sillinger, and is it Sean Walker? Scott Walker, of course, on the fourth line. Lume Salo, Mitchell O'Coin, Babich, and Lidster. Look at that stash. My goodness. On the third line, a third pair. Kirk McLean backed up by Gary Smith for the goaltending. Mason Raymond. Now there's another legend. Winnipeg Jets, Keith Tkachuk, Dale Hawerchuk, legend, and Timo Solani. Brian Mullen, Eddie Olchuk, and Thomas Steen on the second. Ashton, Jokinen, McLean on the third, again with that stash. The chest hair as well. Ty Domi, Troy Murray, and Chris King on the fourth. Serge Savard with Phil Housley on the first defensive pair, great overalls. Numanen and Carlisle, Babich, and Mario Marois. Goaltending, it's Douglas Sotart with Brian Hayward, 83 and 82 overall, respectively. Chris Thorburn made the team. Good for you, buddy. And Washington Capitals alumni closing it off, Brian Bellows, Adam Oates, Mike Gardner, Mike Knuble, Dennis Maruk, and Doug Jarvis with the Iron Man, Mr. Iron Man. That's why he has the X factor of bounce back and shrug it off. Third line, Kelly, Carpenter, and Laughlin. Danius Zubris with Pivanka and Nick Kyprios on that fourth line. Defense, Gonchar and Murphy. Again, Iafredi and Mike Green, a legend. And Rod Langway with Brian Engblom. Goaltending, it is Bill Ranford as an 87, backed up by Ron Lowe as an 82. All right, so there are all of the lineups. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream and you want to see how the Canadiens look, let's check out the Montreal Canadiens lineup now. Lots of high overalls there as well. First line, without us touching the lines yet, Mahavlich, Morenz, and Richard. Maurice Richard, that is, because there's Henri Richard on the fourth line. Yvan Cournoyer, Jean Beliveau, and Steve Shutt on the second. Bob Gainey, Denis Savard, and Bernie Geffrion on the third. Richard, Locke, and Pete Mahavlich on the fourth. Defense, Robinson and Chelios. They have a +5, playing like 98s. Serge Savard with Guy Lapointe on the second. Harper and Langway on the third. Goaltending is Patrick Roy, backed up by Jacques Plante. Scratches, we got Lefebvre, Quintel, and Jacques Lemaire. I think we also have other players in the system. There's Vincent Damphous, there's Dick Duff, there's Mario Tremblay, Saku Koivu, Guy Carbonneau, Chris Nyland, Régent Hull. My goodness. Defense, Pierre Bouchard, Patrice Brisebois. How about this for a team? Rogi Vachon, Denis Heron. All these guys. I'm not sure how custom teams and alumni and season franchise works, but a team of mustaches going for the cup would be amazing. I have to think about that someday, eh? All right. So we got to figure out who's going to be on this team. We got to send some guys. Let's make some... First things first, we'll make the roster moves, and then it won't take too long. This is not going to be a crazy long stream. Not going to be 4 hours, but we're going to try to win the cup. We'll make trades along the way. It is a cup or bust. So let's start with the forwards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 right there. That has Lemaire as an extra. So it's even tough to bring Saku Koivu in here. Yeah, a lot of the Habs farm team would beat a lot of the other alumni teams in here. So Lemaire can stay as 12th forward. That's too bad, eh? Guy Carbonneau, the guy's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, one of the best two-way forwards of all time. I'm going to call up Carbonneau as like a 14th forward even. On defense, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I send down all three of these guys? Is anyone higher than an 82? There's 83 Bouchard, so I'm going to call up Bouchard. There we go. And goaltending, 96 and 94. We don't need to touch any of that. All right. So if we make those roster moves, and now we want to make some line preferences. Make sure everyone down here is happy. Okay. So Mahovlich, Beliveau, and Richard would be first line. Only a +1. Maybe we can find a better coach, perhaps. Schutt, Morenz, and Cournoyer right there as sniper, sniper, sniper. So maybe we go two-way playmaker. Maybe could Henri Richard? He only has 77 faceoffs. Maybe Henry Richard goes second line. Who's us? Is that the silent treatment? Is that the mustache crew? Carbonneau, Lemaire, and Locke. Let me see, because Morenz, what's his face? What is his face? He's 84 faceoffs. What if you switch Mahovlich? It's a +2. Then you put Richard as... There you go. Okay, let's go Schutt, Richard, Cournoyer on the second line for the +3. Put Gainey at... Can Gainey go center? I thought he played a lot of center in his career. Yeah, he has 85 faceoffs. Why is he listed as a left winger? Mahovlich with Gainey and... The brothers there, Pete and Frank Mahovlich, can play together on the third line. Elmer Locke with Jacques Lemaire and Guy Carbonneau. No Problem Dreams, welcome to the stream. Yeah, see if the brothers get some of that chemistry. Denis Savard's got to be in here over Carbonneau as well. Jacques Lemaire is going to come out for Denis Savard. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send down Lemaire and Carbonneau, and then I'll call them up after the lines have been made. So that things aren't getting mixed up here. Carbonneau and Lemaire go down. Guy has crazy face-offs. But too bad he's only an 85 overall. Okay, so let's do that. We put Morenz the first line with Beliveau and Richard. We get Henry Richard as second line center. Mahovlich with Gainey. Pete Mahovlich also a left winger. Makes sense, eh? The fourth line is a +5. Wow, look at that. Denis Savard, Bernie Geoffrion, sniper, 90 face-offs. So Savard can, I don't know, it's whether it be him or Elmer Locke. I'd be tempted to. I want to try the brothers out. Let me put both brothers on the fourth line. No, let's try the brothers out. See how they do. Defense will stay the same. Don't think we'll touch anything there. Yeah, so I don't think we even need to get a new coach. +5 in the first defensive pair, +3, +2, +2, +3 in the top 6, +5 on the fourth line. It's the special teams we can think about touching up on. +5 for the first unit. Anyone who doesn't, who doesn't fit? Denis Savard doesn't fit. Neither does Gainey. So Gainey and Savard will come off. Maurice Richard doesn't have a spot, I don't think. Love it. Love those trades, Dreams. Love those trades. Maurice Richard, he doesn't fit, but he's a 94 overall sniper, so we're going to keep him. Guy Lapointe. Maybe we go mother forward? Is Howie Morenz out here? No, eh? Okay, let's take out Savard for Morenz first. Howie Morenz. Now a -1. What? Okay, Morenz on the first keeps a +5. At least there's that. Beliveau on the second is a bit odd, no? Why is Mahovlich out here? He has an 87. He doesn't even seem to fit. But no one else gives it a +5? That's really weird. I don't know why those guys give it a +5, but okay, we'll give them the +5. Beliveau, Richard, Mahovlich, Robinson, Lapointe can come out. Who can go in for Lapointe? Was Cournoyer already there? Or is Boom Boom Geoffrion in? Why do they have -1s? Come on, coach. Where's Boom Boom? There he is. Gives it a 0. It's better than nothing. Alright, let's try the power play like that. Penalty kill, +3 and 0. Bah. Make the second unit the first unit. Okay, we said Mahovlich, Beliveau, Richard. Let's see what happens there. And then Chelios with Geoffrion. And Morenz with Robinson. So it would be +5 in the second unit. So do we want a +5 in the first unit or the second unit? I think we want the +5 in the first unit more, right? Either way, it's the same players getting it. Plus Locke and Mahavlich, they have less ice time. So, okay, we'll go with that. Extras are fine. Whatever the computer decides is okay with me. And now we'll call up our extra forwards and defensemen here. Defensive lines, hold on, give me a second here. Let me just call up Lemaire and... I'd call up Damphus because of his overall, but Carbonneau's just too good defensively there. And we need a 7th D-man. Yeah, the special teams chemistry can be very upsetting at times. Harper, Terry Harper, defensive defenseman, or Lefebvre, also defensive defenseman. Harper's numbers are better. Let's go with Harper. Oops. There we go. Switch the defensive lines 1 to 2 and 2 to 1 and see how that does. Okay, I'll check that out. Come on. Come on. Best AHL lines. And it takes you out. Okay, let's go back in. NHL, please. Thank you. That would make it +1, +5. But do we want to give more ice time to Robinson and Chelios? That's the thing. They might get less ice time, right? So we have Robinson and Chelios +5 in the first pair with more ice time, or +5 in the second pair with a little less ice time, but give Savard and Lapointe the +1. What do we think about this? Cast your vote here. What do you think? Keep it as it was or make this change? Well, I get a little sip of water here as we're getting ready to start this simulation. Jack says keep it as it was. Gotcha. Keep it as it was. Couple of votes for keep it as it was. We can always change it later on. Hey, Ryan, thank you very much, my friend. Oh, you meant for the power play. Okay, so we'll keep it as it was there. Thanks, Ryan. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Defense. Let's go. Let's swap the D. Doesn't change anything. I'll just keep it as it was then. All right, thank you very much. Let's get this party started now, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just give my quick pitch at the beginning here. If you're not already subscribed, we have just passed 5,000 subscribers, a huge benchmark for us here on the channel. Just about a year and a half ago, we did the Cup or Bust with the regular Canadians at the 2,000 subscriber milestone, and now we're at 5,000 just... That was February 2021. Now we're in August 2022. It's been a great ride with much more to come. Leave a like on the video if you're excited for this simulation, because I am very much excited to see who does what, who's going to lead the league, who's going to be the teams that struggle, who are going to be the surprises. I'm very much looking forward to this experiment. Might even do more alumni stuff in the future if this is a hit, so we'll see what happens there. But, of course, NHL 22 career mode simulations, franchise mode, new Flyers franchise mode going up tomorrow, and much, much more in the real world of hockey. So if you enjoy this, I'm certain that you'll enjoy everything else on the channel. So take a second to check it out if this is your first time. Let's start off in the Battle of Quebec. Les Canadiens contre les Nordiques. The Canadians versus the Nordiques here at the Bell Center for the first game of this Cup or Bust. Let's start it off. First period, Steve Shutt opens it up. It's going to be a fun time, yes. First period ends 2-0. The teams replacing Vegas and Seattle are the Minnesota North Stars and the Quebec Nordiques. Howie Morenz makes it 2-0. Second period now, 2-1 as Tornsky scores on Patrick Roy. Why is this guy here? He's not a Nordiques. Who's this guy? I gotta go check that out. 2-1 Canadians here in the third period. Shots almost tripled in our favor, 31-12. Don't tell me Patrick Roy is going to have the curse of the too high of an overall in EA land. Power play is killed off by the Nordiques. Under 10 to go, still a 1-goal lead for the Canadians. Power play once more killed off by Quebec with 2 minutes to go. Shots 36-17, and the Canadians hang on for the victory as Yvan Cournoyer adds the empty netter. Yeah, maybe the Leafs can make it past the first round with the Alumni. Guy Lapointe had 3 assists. Larson had 34 saves. Big win to start off this season as we're running towards that cup. Let me see, who was that guy on the Nordiques? I'm very curious. I could see it being the Canadiens, the Red Wings, a lot of really strong teams. The Wings, by the way, back in the Western Conference, so as to bring the Nordiques into the Eastern Conference. Quebec. Who is that guy? They must because they had an injury, so they had to call up some guys from their AHL team. So like the real life, who do they replace? That they don't know. They didn't replace the Flyers, but whatever team this guy's on in the real world, they called him up. Why did they? I don't understand. Why do they have these 55 overalls? What is going on? I don't get that. That's not the team that we just saw. Give me a moment here. Let's see. View lines, but in the AHL. Come on, come on. And I pressed it too many times. One more time. There you go. Quebec, I said, replaced either Seattle or Vegas. I think that guy's on Vegas, right? Yeah, no Sedin. Whoa, what's going on over here? Why did all these players get sent down? Why did all these teams send down their players? Come on. What is this? EA, what is this? All these teams sent down their players. Why? Why? Gretzky in the AHL. Why? The salary cap is turned off. It shouldn't be any issues due to the money. No, yeah, I read your mind there, Hobbs. It can't be a cap issue. The salary cap's turned off. I anticipated this. Like we just said, Edmonton here, right? Like Gretzky, is he in the minors? No, like, but Mark Messier is. I don't care that he's making $12.5 million. Now what are we gonna do about this? Maybe try season mode instead of franchise mode? Yeah, that's a good idea, Hobbsy. Wow, you know, that just means, unfortunately, that means that we can't do trade. Actually, can we do trades in season mode? Alright. If it's going to take a long time, I'm going to cut this out of the YouTube re-upload. But hold on, let me exit here for a moment. Come on. Oh, wait. It was the preseason? I thought it was the regular season. Hold on. Let me check it. Was that preseason or was that regular season? I thought it was regular season. Let's get back in here. One moment. It's the preseason. Give this man an award. Thank you very much. That just saved us. That's why. It's the preseason. I thought when you start a brand new season, they don't do preseasons. I forgot about that. All right, our season actually opens against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Woo! Thank you, Brahma Bull fan. One of the good ones. That was... I was ready to snap on EA. I was ready to send out the tweets. Like, I'm sure that some good players will get sent down when they shouldn't get sent down, but come on, like Gretzky, everyone in the minors, come on. Okay, let's just double check here when we view lines in the AHL. Woo! Toronto gets game 1. Yes, not the Nordiques. Okay, is everybody in the right spot now? Don't let me rage again. Okay, much better. So some teams have changed. For example, Payet, he was in the NHL and he was in the OHL, in the AHL. But as long as we're not having Gretzky in the minors, that's fine with me. Belleville Senators, Bridgeport Islanders, good. Whew, thank you, Brumble fan. Okay, now let's get the party started. Here we go. Against the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Scotiabank Arena. Game 1 of our journey to the Cup. Here we go. It's a good Original Six rivalry. First period starts up 2-1 Canadiens. Wendell Clark scores on the power play past Patrick Roy, but then Langway and Schutt both score on Johnny Bauer. Langway, the defensive defenseman, who had like 200 points in his like 1,500 game career, gets the opening goal of the season. Love it. Bryce, welcome aboard, my friend. Great to see you. Bryce, the man just leaves flowers after flowers in every comment that he leaves. I'm very happy to have you in the stream, buddy. Cornwallis, Morenz, Beliveau make it 5-1. Oh, Brahma Bull fan. Up by 4. We'll call it a period there. 5-1 after 40. Third period, we're up by 4. I'm sure the Canadiens will do very well, but if we're not, I want us to be like a 60-plus win team. And if we're not, we're going to make trades with other teams and get it done. If we need to go trade for Mario Lemieux, we're going to trade for Mario Lemieux. I don't know if that's quite realistic. If we have even the trade value for it, we'll find a way to do some sort of trades, probably at the deadline at the very latest. Mike Gardner adds a late one, and the Canadiens beat the Leafs 6-2 to open up this run at the Cup. Cornwallis with a goal and an assist, Richard with 3 assists, and Morenz a goal and an assist right there. When they're doing, they often, hey, Bryce, buddy, just keep him coming. What a guy. Bryce Anthony, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get towards, and actually, Bryce, are you, if that's the last time, I guess you're a Canadiens fan. Are we both Canadiens fans? Let's go see who, I'm just going to start simulating slowly, but you let me know, what alumni teams do you really want to see games against? I really want to see the Red Wings, for example, so I'll keep that in mind. But going slowly, what team do you really want to see that is on the screen? Hey, we're both Habs fans. There we go. 5-1 win against the Sabres. New York Rangers, and we don't play them, don't see them first time, we can always see them the second time. Beat the Rangers 5-2. San Jose Sharks, we beat them 6-1. Carolina Hurricanes, we beat them 7-1. 5-0 to start the year. Love to see it. Original 6 teams. Avalanche. Okay, let's actually, can I stop here? Come on. There you go. 4-3 loss. We beat the Nordiques in the preseason, but now we lost 4-3 there. So we didn't see that game, but we'll go see the game in a week's time right there. Vegas isn't in here, unfortunately. Calgary also loaded. All right, I'll probably forget some of your suggestions as we go, so just remind me. But right now, Avalanche we'll see, Nordiques we'll see in a week, and next month we'll see Calgary and Detroit. All right, so here we are against the Avalanche. We're 5-1-0. We took our first loss of the year after starting with 5 consecutive victories. So against the Avalanche in Denver, this should be a good matchup. First period, 2-0 Canadiens, Cornwallis and Locke. It's Patrick Waugh going against himself here. Second period now, 4-1. Curry makes it a 2-1 game, but then Savard scores twice to restore the 3-goal lead now, or to make it a 3-goal lead. 4-1 Habs here in the third period. Sakic, Forsberg, Blake, all quiet at the moment. Milan Hajduk, one of my favorite players. Power play Colorado, killed off by the Canadiens. Power play Canadiens, killed off by the Avalanche. Yari Curry on the power play has his second of the night. Langway scores once more in the slow sim to make it 5-2. There's a lot of slow sim fun in tomorrow's Flyers franchise mode, by the way. It's a wild episode. Just sprinting up the ice to go fight the other one. Yeah, me, myself at center ice. Or we're saying our favorite teams. Gotcha. Gotcha. I was just asking Bryce because I thought that because you were saying they didn't like the Leafs. Locke had a goal and an assist. Curry had 2 goals and Savard had 2 goals as the Canadiens beat the Avalanche 5-2. Let's sim to next week when we'll get a rematch against the Nordiques, who gave us our first loss of the season. Come on, yeah, the Rocket has to have 50 goals. First line right wing, 94 overall. He has to. That's just a given, right? All right, here we go. San Jose Sharks, we shut them out 2-0. Our first shutout of the year. LA Kings, we lose 2-1. Anaheim Ducks, we beat them 4-3 in overtime. We're 8-2-0 through the first 10 games of the year. Now taking on the 7-2-0 Quebec Nordiques. All right, here we go in the Battle of Quebec. You know what? No, Hobbsy, no problem. You want to see the Senators? We'll give you the Senators. Don't you worry about it. Even if it's going to be a rough one. We'll try and see if they can at least get a goal. First period, 1-1 game. Chris Chelios opens it up. Hunter makes it a tie game as he scores on Jacques Plante late. Second period, 4-2 Canadiens. Boom, boom, Geoffrey on the power play. Forsberg ties it up, but then Morenz and Mahovlich make it a 4-2 game. Do you remember if Tanguay was on the Avalanche? Yes, he was. Second line left wing. Yes, yeah, he's there on the Halifax Mooseheads. Le Bataille du Québec. Away. Away, gros les Canadiens. Allez, Montréal. 4-2 power play Quebec early, and it's a Sakic power play goal to make it a 1-goal game. Look at that. 4-3 avec 12 minutes qui restent dans le troisième. Et c'est Jean Beliveau avec le 5e du match pour les Canadiens. 5-3 Habs. Power play Canadiens now. That's killed off by Quebec, who are pushing hard in the final 5 minutes. They have a lot of shots on net, but the Canadiens are standing tall, and that will be a 5-3 victory. 41-37 the shots in the end for les Canadiens de Montréal. Morenz with a goal and 2 assists. Larry Robinson 3 assists, and Chris Chelios with 1 nice goal. All right, big win there against the Nordiques. Next game that we'll go see will be against the stacked Calgary Flames. In just about a week, in like 9 days' time. Oui, les Canadiens sont bien meilleurs que les Nordiques, évidemment. Absolument. We lose 7-2 against the Islanders. Wow. Larry Robinson, fractured left elbow. You hate to see that. Thankfully, he's only out for a month. So that does hurt us. Larry Robinson's out. So that means Chelios will now play with Gila Point to keep the +5. Yeah, this is a wagon, buddy. Let's go Savard with Bouchard, I suppose. Bouchard, defense. No, let's go with Langway. Let's get Langway in here. And then who's Harper? Yeah, Harper will play third deep pair. Sad, I'm on one of the provinces beside Quebec and calling. Well, happens. The French education isn't quite the same in the other provinces, right? I wish, yeah, Mike Bossy, unfortunately not in the game. I guess it's a rights issue. I don't want a -1 on that third pair, so I guess we'll go like this. Bouchard there, and Harper will play with Langway. There we go. Rod Langway. Look at that guy. Looks like Larry Bird a little bit. So Robinson out for a little bit. We'll check the stats. Let's say after 25 games, we'll check the stats. I want to leave it a little bit of a surprise here. I don't want to look at it yet. We'll check it out soon. Let's go see that stacked Calgary Flames team. I'm very surprised that the Islanders beat us 7-2. Even though they're a good team, that's a big scoreline. We beat the Coyotes only 4-3. LA Kings at home, we lose 4-2. That's 2 losses in 3 games. Let's get back on the horse here. We're 10-4-0 up against the 5-6-1 Flames. We have a stacked team, but seem to be struggling a little bit. I want to see the Penguins as well. I want to see Mario Lemieux. Here we go. First period, 0-0. I'm assuming 5K on Alumni, but still doing... Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. We're doing Rocky's franchise. I just took a pause because there has to be a patch on the show. Right now, whenever you do anything... I don't know if you saw the last episode, but scouting and trading, if you set it to manual, it automatically gets put back to auto. So that the AI GM will trade your players without telling you, even though you set it to manual. So it's just impossible to play Rocky's MLB franchise mode right now. Until that's fixed, we won't, but as soon as it is, we'll be back doing those live streams. Labrador, only mandatory up to grade 1. Wow. I gotta do French all the way till the end of Cégep. Only when I got to university I stopped studying French. Yeah, they should. We'll see what the Penguins' record is. Second period ends 0-0 once again. I'm all ears, Hobbsy. I'm all ears. I'm loving the Alumni here. Henry Richard opens up the scoring 1-0 Canadiens here in the third period. My entire family is from Quebec, so I'll cheer for the Canadiens. I speak fluent French. No kidding. Look at you, Bryce. Another thing that we have in common there. Steve Shutt makes it 2-0. As we are now in the final 5 minutes, being outshot by the Flames. But we will hang on for the 35-save shutout from Patrick Roy. Henry Richard with a goal and an assist. Vernon made 28 saves, but not enough. Yes, I was an Expos fan. Absolutely. I'm wearing an Expos t-shirt right now. Whenever I wear a ball cap, it's often an Expos cap. And I was at the Expos' last home game. I was young, but I was as much of a fan as a young child could be. I was a big Expos guy. So I followed the Nationals. I was very happy when they won the World Series. The Henry and Maurice pipeline. Yeah, we need a team where each forward line is the same guy, different guy per line, and each pair is the same, and both goalies are the same. Can you do that where both goalies are the same? Where a team where each forward line is the same guy, different guy per line. Is that possible? You could probably do that. I think you could probably set that up. We're going to go see the Penguins in a week time. They're 7-5-0 at the moment. We're going to see the Nordiques, the Bruins, and the Rangers. We shut out the Nordiques 3-0. Get shut out 1-0 by the Bruins for the first time this season. Then beat the Rangers 5-4. We are 13-5-0, taking on the 10-5-0 Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's see how the Mario Lemieux Penguins do. First period, 0-0. Second period, 1-0 Canadiens. Cole Hawaii makes shots are 16-11 for the Penguins, but we're only up by 1. 1-1 game as Tyler Kennedy scores. Look at him. He's on Penguins Alumni. Of all the people to score on Jacques Blanc, it's Tyler Kennedy. With 10 minutes to go, 2-1, Mario Lemieux gives the Penguins the lead here in the third. We only have 18 shots on net tonight. Very low shooting affair from both teams. 5 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go, and Pete Mahovlich ties it up. And we're going to see overtime. Pete Mahovlich, I couldn't even speak there for a second. My throat got caught. Shots 24-22 for the Penguins, but it is a 2-2 game, and we're headed into overtime. I was looking forward to some overtime. I wanted to see some overtime, how the players looked, basically. And to get Mario Lemieux as well in here, yeah, that's a perfect match. We're hopping in. Trade for 3 grand. Ah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So our team, we have 100 offense, 96 defense, 99 goaltending. Defense is matched. They have 95 offense, 88 goaltending. Let's see how these guys do when we're watching them in-game. Let me know if the broadcast is too loud, by the way. At the Bell Center, Mario Lemieux versus Jean Beliveau at the dot. A lot of players with no helmets for us. Chris Chelios is wearing one. Chelios getting bumped around. Come on. Richard skating in fast. Bumps Trottier, but he gets the puck. Trottier in the corner, in front of Coffey. Down low to Mario Lemieux in the corner. Trottier all alone in front of the net. Nobody wants him. My goodness. Almost had it on the doorstep. Beliveau up to Richard now. 2-on-2. Mario Lemieux last man back. Here comes Beliveau. On net, buddy. But Lemieux gets a stick on it. Beliveau stops for some reason. Lemieux up to Trottier now. Brian Trottier over the red line and into Montreal territory with Jean Beliveau tracking him. He has space. Belivau's giving it to him, but he's just kind of standing there. Gets pushed. Gets it down to Lemieux. Lemieux in front. Now up to Maurice Richard. I sure that happens because him and his brother Frank are both from my hometown. No kidding. It's a small town, so we cherish our stars such as those two. Wow, no kidding. Pete and Frank Mahovlich, they're playing on the third line, trying to get some brother chemistry going. Frank and Howie are out. Actually, Frank Mahovlich for the Canadiens is against Pete Mahovlich of the Penguins right now, with Pete having his counterpart there. Here's Chelios, gets poked away by Pete Mahovlich. The other Pete, Steve Sullivan, he's on the Predators' first line. Now here's Frank Mahovlich, up to Howie Morenz. Howie, with a smooth bit of stick handling, gets it in front to Chelios, and Milwaukee will handle it to that. 1:32 to go in overtime. Offensive zone face-off, it's Morenz and Frank Mahovlich versus Recchi and Pete Mahovlich. Offensive zone, face-off, win, but then Recchi took it right off Mahovlich. Mark Recchi over to Larry Murphy. Murphy being tracked back by Mahovlich. Goes back to the point. Gets it to Mahovlich, and his own player blocks it, unfortunately. Pete Mahovlich for the Penguins. Over to Recchi. Recchi now gets it to Larry Murphy. Good triangle defense here. Now Murphy has some space. Stopped by Plant. Now to Recchi. Murphy over to the Mahovlich. They're cycling well. Poked away by Frank Mahovlich off of his brother. Skating the other way now. Here's Frank Mahovlich in the Pittsburgh territory at the blue line. But his brother is hounding him. He knows how to get him. Mark Recchi over to Pete Mahovlich with Frank watching back. Murphy broken up by Frank Mahovlich. Now here's Harper up to Mahovlich. It's Frank versus Pete once again. Down the wing in front, but Pete breaks it up. He read him. He read him like his DNA. Larry Murphy now, he's gassed, but he's still skating. Has the puck on net, kick save from Plant. Now here's Frank Mahovlich back the other way. Frank, actually, that's our Pete Mahovlich. Larry Murphy, breakaway, scores! Larry Murphy on the breakaway. The man was gassed. What a shift he put in. Wow. The defenseman gets a breakaway and goes forehand, backhand tuck as the Penguins win it in overtime. Whew, boy. That was something. Larry Murphy. Shots in this one end 27-24, but thanks to our Pete Mahovlich, we get the extra point. So at least there's that. Big Larry Murphy. Throat's taking a beating today at a long franchise mode. It took about an hour and a half, 2 hours for today's franchise mode. You'll see tomorrow it's a doozy. Now this, but we're trudging through. All right, what team do we want to go and see next? Pylons, that's it, Scott. We're through 19. Let's stop at game 25. Actually, let's go to the game against the Red Wings, then we'll pause and check the scoring. We got the Predators, the Caps, Sabres, Penguins again. Chris Nyland down in Laval. Head coach can do whatever he wants. Okay. Predators, who are 8-2. We beat them 3-2 in overtime. Washington Capitals, Chris Nyland. Okay, great down in Laval. Washington Capitals in Washington. Weak. So slow. Beat them 4-1. You should see in the career simulations how slow the sim takes. Cornway has a sore foot that will keep him out till December 8th. Let's see. So let's keep the brothers together. Let's call up Elmer Locke. Gives the +5 on that fourth line, on that second line. Okay. Yeah, we'll check. Okay, we'll do the Oilers. Thank you, Kaylee. Scratches. We'll get Jacques Lemaire on that there. Menace. Yeah. So I have +2, 5, 0, +5 for the lines. Let me just pause here so we can get the Oilers. Okay, actually, the Oilers don't come yet. We have the Red Wings up first. We beat the Bruins, the Sabres 4-2, lose the Penguins once again by 1, 2-1, and now Larry Robinson is back, so we'll get him back in the lineup. That is a huge boost for us. On defense, how did Harper do? He had no points and -1 in 11 games. Fantastic. Run the trap. Scott, did you get hacked? What's going on over there? Larry. Actually, it's a playable injury, eh? Actually, let me just back out. And I want to make sure that the computer only tells me from now on when the guy's fully healed. And we lose 3-2 against the Canucks. Man, come on, boys. Let's go. We're 16-7-1. I'll set the over-under at 6.5 for Pete Mahovlich during that OT. Or just any Mahovlich, eh? That'd be even better. Let me just go in the settings. I don't want playable injuries. These guys are old. We can't suffer. We can't risk re-injuring. So only when they're fully healthy I want them back. Fully healed, fully healed. Thank you very much. Oops, don't want to exit. Come on. Come on. There we go. Hey. All right, Detroit. What? They're 18-0-1? What? The Red Wings are 18-0-1 and on a 10-plus game winning streak. What? I thought the Canadiens were good. We're 16-7-1. Wow. Okay. Well, let's get into the slow sim for this one. What's the prediction for this result? This is going to be something. Oh my goodness. All right. First period, 0-0. Second period, 1-1 game. Savard scores for us. Yzerman scores for them. Shots are 26-18 for the Wings, but we're tying them 1-1, and perhaps we can give them their first loss of the season. The Cup favorites for sure right now, but we want to challenge them. We want to give them something to be afraid of. It's 1-1 through almost 50 minutes of play now. And I'm thinking of Eddie Lack. Elmer Locke makes it 2-1, and Maurice Richard makes it 3-1. Power play Detroit. Ullman makes it a 3-2 game, and then Ullman scores again 2 power play goals in less than a minute. They're still on the power play. We kill it off, and then Serge Savard makes it 4-3. Away, les Canadiens! And we win 4-3 the final. Yes, Bryce, big celebration. Thank you very much. And we got to get a win for that, right? Eddie Lack, known goal scorer. EA Voodoo, Wings lose in the first round. We'll see. We'll see. Wow, we give them their first regulation loss of the season. Shots are 38-32 Detroit, but we win 4-3 the final. Ullman with a couple of late power play goals. Savard a goal and 2 assists. Richard a goal and an assist. Yzerman had a goal and 2 assists. Did we take like a major penalty or something? Like what happened here? Penalty minutes. Maurice Richard had a major penalty. Gotcha. Okay, big win. As we'll take a pause there to check the scoring through. It was exactly a 25 game mark. So Steve Shutt is leading the scoring with 22 points in 25 games. Do we need to get better chemistry on that first line, perhaps? I'm surprised we don't have players over a point per game. Henry Richard, 22 points. Howie Morenz, 18 points. Chalos, 18. Richard, 17 as a first liner. He's playing over 20 minutes a night. Locke, 17. Or Lack. I keep saying Locke. Well, actually, both work, I think. Beliveau, 16. Cornway, 14. Savard, 13. Mahovlich, 12. Geoffrion, 12. Robinson, 11. Pete Mahovlich, 10. Lapointe, 10. Denis Savard, 9. Bob Gainey, 9. Langway, 5. Bouchard, 3. Lemaire, 1 assist in 2 games that he played. Goaltending. Patrick Waugh, 9-5-0 with a .920 save percentage, 2.43 goals against. Jacques Plante, 8-2-1 with 1 shutout, .928 and a 1.99 goals against. I just want to see Detroit. Before we look at the whole league, let's see Detroit. Sid Abel with 24 points in 19 games. Gordie Howe with 22. Shanahan 11 goals. Terry Sawchuk 14 1-1 with 3 shutouts. Let's see the whole league here. Yeah, we could try the Richards together. They're on first and second line. Marty Brodeur 15-6-1. He has the most wins right now of all the points in the league. It is Wayne Gretzky on the Rangers, who has 34-23. Gretzky on the Oilers has 27-21, and Gretzky on the Kings has 26-22, but with 21 goals. Meanwhile, Gretzky on the Blues down there with 25-23. A couple of Joe Nieuwendykes with 25 points each. Wow. And defense scoring 23 for Paul Coffey on the Penguins. Wow. All right, so we'll keep checking this out later on. We'll take another pause at the halfway point of the season, but let's try and mix up the lines a little bit, perhaps. I'm sure one of those teams could do without their Gretzky, right? We'll see who's on the trade block by the deadline. There's got to be some crazy players who will be on the block. 18, 6, and 10. Because we lose the chemistry of the first line. It goes to a +1. That's the only thing. He doesn't have a good fit. Unless Richard goes to the second line. Bobblehead night for the first 5,000 people to come to the Arizona game. Like, could someone get... Who has good chemistry on that first line, maybe? That first line's not easy, eh? Like, we go +5 on the second line. Elmer... I want to keep the Mahavliches together. But Jacques Lemaire could try the first line for right now while Cournoyer is injured. Cournoyer could be a first liner. Does he fit? He could be a first liner, maybe. Let's try that for the moment. Let's try +2, +5 for the chemistry. In my Anaheim franchise, McTavish, Zegras, Terry's at +5. They're all they only scored 70, 80 points. Classic. Any idea the issue? They're all getting power play time as well. Could be the coaching. What's the coaching chemistry like? Or what's your head coach's overall attribute like as well? But sometimes it's just the universe. But I'd say check out the coaching staff and chemistry and your head coach's overall. By the way, our head coach is a B rated. That's why it's probably hurting us a little bit. There's probably no better head coach we could get anyways. So in the middle, we have to wait till next off season, and we're not doing it next off season. So. All right, let's keep on simulating. After 25 games, that's how we're looking. We should have Cournoyer back in the lineup very soon, actually. Could even try scoring settings as well. Yeah, and the shooting slider, all that stuff. Oilers aren't here yet, so let me know if there's anyone else that you really want to see. Mark, welcome to the stream, my friend. As we'll start simulating. Ah, there he is, Larry Robinson. Actually, no, sorry. He's already fully healed. It's Cournoyer that we're waiting for. Okay. So we beat the Wings 4-3 there. Head coach is an A, forward type head coach. Chem is 65-70. McTavish, Zegras, Terry, all very good together. It's such a weird thing. Felix, bienvenue. Welcome to the stream. Maybe it's the staff chemistry. Maybe you want to get it to the 80s, maybe? Could you fire like a goalie coach that nobody likes? I don't know. Cournoyer is back now. It's really could just be the scoring settings. Could just be EA Voodoo. Cournoyer has a goal and assist in 3 games. I like to keep him. Denny Savard has 5 goals, 4 assists. 3 goals, 9 assists for Boom Boom. Maybe we take out Boom Boom and put Lemaire? Hey, Dinboo, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Yeah, also check out the X Factors. That's a good point from Scott. Let's try that. Boom Boom can come out for Cournoyer. Actually, well, hold on. Cournoyer comes in for Lemaire, so everything gets replaced correctly. Then Cournoyer swaps with Geoffrion. Only a +1 on that first line. Sniper, playmaker, sniper. I'm surprised. A bit surprised that the chemistry is not quite there, but it is a B-rated coach. Let's get Lemaire on the 4th line in place of Geoffrion. Still a +5 on the 4th line. Maybe we need more special teams time for guys like Beliveau, Richard, all guys like 4-man power play. I don't know, maybe take Pete Mahavlich off the 4-man power play, put Maurice Richard there. Let's just try that. gives it a -1. Of course, the top players in NHL history have X's for power play fits, right? Ivan Miroshnichenko. And now Maurice Richard gets back spasms. Great. Yeah, I would definitely like to do him. I want to wait for NHL 23 for a guy like him. Because I want to know more about when he's going to join the NHL. So it's a bit like for Cutter Gauthier's simulation, for example, I made it so that he would join the NHL in 2 years. I made his overall just right. But I'm not quite sure when Ivan's going to join the NHL, so I'd want to try and get him his NHL ETA as close as possible to make it a good simulation. So I'll probably wait for sometime during NHL 23 for that. Lemaire, actually, Lack can go there. And let's get Boom Boom back on the 4th. He'll replace Maurice Richard for the moment. Why is he not on the extras? 3-on-3. Why? Yurov. I gotta say, honestly speaking, the most highly suggested players right now for the next career simulation, in no particular order, are Brad Lambert, Marco Kasper, and who's the other one? And Jonathan Lecaire-Mackey, probably. I think those are like the 3 most suggested at the moment. Yeah, true there. So we beat the Predators 4-2, the Lightning 3-2, and the Hawks 5-2. Very good. Let's go see Gretzky and the Blues, who are 12-10-4, the worst, quote, worst Wayne Gretzky of the 4. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I'd love to do each one, just that it takes time. And hopefully I can get it done before NHL 23 comes out. Lemaire opens up the scoring early. He's been good. 2-1 after 20. Gretzky scores on the power play. Steve Shutt scores the other for us. Second period, 4-3 Blues now. Woof. As Hull and Gretzky score 1 apiece in the second period to make it 3-2. Savard ties it up at 3. Scott Mellenby makes it a 4-3 game. Shots are 27-16 for the Blues. Maybe we need stronger defense out here with the weaker, like 83 overall guys in that third pair. Maybe we look to get stronger defense. Power play Blues, they've been doing well in the power play tonight. We kill it off. 5 minutes to go, still down by 1. Power play St. Louis again, and Stastny capitalizes, and we lose 5-3. Who's taking the penalties? Langway hooking, Savard holding, Mahovlich fighting against Ramage, tripping, hooking. Frank Mahovlich had like 2 minor penalties in the second period there. Oh boy. 5-3 loss against the Blues. Will do, my friend. Thank you for that, for helping us earlier on as well. That was a big lifesaver earlier in the stream. Hope you'll, and it'll be posted later on if you want to check it out after we're done. The live stream itself is over, so be sure to come back and check it out. Thank you for being here, buddy. Let's keep on simulating. Let me know if you want me to stop for any teams in particular. The Penguins are 17-10-0. We're 28-1. We shut them out 2-0. Yeah, hopefully, I really hope that 23 will be better than 22. Larry Robinson, mild concussion. The injuries are starting to get to us here. Defense, we'll put Lapointe back up there. We said Bouchard, and then Langway with Harper. There we go. Not for too long, thankfully. Philadelphia Flyers, Maurice Richard available. Great, back into the lines. That's Elmer Locke. What's he be doing? 10 goals, 12 assists. That's good. Yeah, I don't blame you there, Mark. I would also probably recommend that, actually. Let's try Maurice and Henri working together. And Quintal, best lines. If that. Good point, Scott. Philadelphia Flyers, the day has passed. We don't know what the result is yet. The news is a bit late. I guess I have to stop the simulation to get it or something. Come on. 5-4 loss. Thank you. 4-3 loss, 5-4 win. We're 22-10-1. Let's move into the month of January. New York Rangers are 22-5-2. Bruised foot for Patrick Waugh. Great. So we still have Jacques Plante, thankfully, but now we got to call up Rogie Vachon. 86 overall, Rogie Vachon. The goalies are Roy and Plante. Oh no! I pressed make best lines! Oh man, I clicked best lines. Classic. Thankfully we didn't do too much, but Okay, let's get it back to how we had it. Oh man, classic NHL. Let's go there. +5. Cornway, Beliveau, and Carbonneau comes out for Geoffrion or for Denis Savard actually right now. Savard goes there. Locke goes Bob Gainey there. Mahavlich there. I guess the rest can stay as is. Does Locke fix the chemistry up here at all? No, And defense can stay like that, I suppose. Special teams not going to touch anything. Just leave it +5. Best lines, they kill me. And now the calendar is glitched. EA land. Good old EA land. A 5-5 tie? That is very rare. I see these in like on the franchise mode subreddit sometimes. A 5-5 tie with the 22-5-5 Rangers. This is not supposed to be able to happen, and I don't even know how it gets counted in the record. I'm not quite sure actually, but it counts as a tie because the computer can't rationalize that every shooter. I think it's like it was still tied in the shootout after a certain point. Yeah, after a certain point, it was still tied in the shootout, and it doesn't let you repeat shoot. Something like that. I read about it once. So the computer doesn't know how to rationalize that, so they just call it a tie. Good old tie bug. I don't think it's ever happened to me, actually, though. But I've seen it many times. And we lose 4-2 against the Devils. I'm not sure what it counts as, though. Does it count as an overtime loss or what? Not totally certain. Good old tie bug. Tampa Bay Lightning. We beat them 3-2. Larry Robinson. Wait, what's going on with Larry Robinson this season? That's his third injury of the year. This guy. Bouchard comes in. Man, what's with the negatives? Whatever. Is that Larry Robinson or Ben Bishop? Bernie for the fourth line? Maybe, eh? Christiana? Maybe. But the +5 on the fourth line is okay. Let's see how Elmer's doing. Elmer has 24 points in 38 games. Denis Savard, yeah, maybe Bernie comes in there. Jacques Lemaire, 7 points in 15 games. Okay, we're going to pull Jacques Lemaire. He was doing well for a bit. Let's put Boom Boom in. Still keeps the +5. He has 15 points in 30 games. Yeah, let's try that. And Larry Robinson is back, thankfully. Now the chemistry went from -1 to 0. Okay. Good old Larry. Larry Murphy, Larry Robinson. All right. Let's try it again. Back to the simulation once more. We're almost at the halfway point here. We lose against the Hurricanes 3-1, beat the Panthers 3-1, then beat the Capitals 5-2. How many games have we played? We've played 39, so 40, and then 41. So we'll stop against the Blue Jackets, as that'll be after the halfway mark. We'll take a moment to check things out after that. Let's get 2 more wins and go on. Oh, yeah. Leafs beat us 6-3, and the Sabres, who are 17-17-5, we beat them 4-1. So we're on pace for 52 wins. We're on pace to go 52, 26-2, I believe, right? Unless that tie messed things up. Blue Jackets are 10, 26-2. Let's see what's up in the NHL at the halfway point. Do we want to think about making any trades as well? We'll consider that. Or do we stay true to just the alumni players? Or we can trade for a player, but he had to have played on the Canadiens, maybe. The Red Wings are 29-7-2, leading the NHL. The LA Kings are 29-9-0. We're 5th in the NHL right now, but they have games in hand over us. We're scoring 3.46 goals per game, which is 3rd best in the league, allowing 2.54, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th lowest in the NHL. Our power play is at 12.5%, one of the worst in the league, so we got to fix that up. That's a big thing. We definitely got to fix that. We're a top 5 team, and we're in the bottom. And our penalty kill is 76.6! So we have horrible special teams. That's probably what's been hurting us here. Let's overhaul the special teams and then simulate like 10 games and see if that changes any of the percentages. Horrible special teams. My goodness. We have like no two-way forwards, eh? Aside from like Gainey and Frank Mahovlich. Yeah. Let me do penalty kill first. So let's see. Denny Savard. He's a sniper, so it doesn't help. Gainey doesn't fit either. That's a joke. Serge Savard can go with Lapointe. There we go. +2 with Savard. Mahovlich has 85 face-offs. Henry Richard is not really a guy for the penalty kill. Let's change out Henry Richard. Who has the best defensive attributes as forwards? Maurice. Could put to him. Who has better shot blocking? 89 versus 87, yeah. Cournoyer could also go. 90, 87, 92. 92, 89, yeah. Let's put Maurice Richard there. Even if it hurts the chemistry. Robinson, Lapointe, Mahovlich, Richard. Okay, there we go. Let's do +2 and 0 on the penalty kill units there. Power play, eh? Let's just stack it, I guess. Forget chemistry. Let's just stack it. Let's go Beliveau, Robinson, Shelley. Actually, Shelley will say the second unit. Richard is that left-handed shot who's going to go right here. Henry Richard centers that second unit. Frank Mahovlich right there. Pete Mahovlich comes out for a guy like Howie Morenz, let's say. Steve Shutt can go in there too. Morenz left-handed shot, but let's keep him there. No kidding, Owen. Hey, perfect timing. Guy Lapointe's going to come out for Steve Shutt. Gives it a +2. Robinson, Shutt, Elmer Lack. He's a playmaker. Yeah, so let's put Lack at the point. Okay, let's try that. No, but Cournoyer is not here, eh? Unless we take out Lack for Cournoyer. It might be better. The sniper. Hurts the chemistry, but he has better shooting, and he's a higher overall player. But it hurts everyone else, right? Should we care about that as much? I don't know. Unless Shutt comes out for somebody else. So basically, Cournoyer is a better player, but Locke helps the entire unit. Yeah, I guess we'll keep Elmer Lack then. 4-man power play, we'll keep it as is. Okay, so there are the changes to the power play and the penalty kill. We won't make any more changes to the lineup itself. What's Bob Gainey up to out here? 9 goals, 9 assists. He's a +8. Maybe we get a better scorer. Let's try this. Let's try this. Denny Savard's going to go third line to give the line a +3 as opposed to a 0. Gainey takes away the +5 from the fourth line, but the fourth line doesn't get as much ice time, and Gainey's just really a penalty kill guy. So let's try Savard on the third line, +153 in the top 9. Special teams have been tweaked. Let's get ready to rumble. Patrick Roy will be back in the lineup soon as well. Let's have a field day against the Blue Jackets. We're 10-26-2. Let's just take them to the cleaners. Let's go. Watch them win now. First period, 0-0. Second period, 2-0 Canadiens. Thank you. Maurice Richard and Bernie Geoffrion. 2-0 Canadiens after 40. Power play Canadiens killed off by the Blue Jackets. 5 minutes into the period, still just a 2-0 game. I want to see a lot more, boys. Come on. Penalty kill comes out and succeeds as we kill that Blue Jackets power play. Let's just call it a day. 2-0 shutout victory. We got the shutout. That's great, but we had to score more than that. Jacques Plante gets the 28-save shutout. Ty Conklin, what a guy. Holding his own against the Canadiens alumni. We are now atop the Atlantic Division, but the Nordiques have 2 games in hand. We are ahead by 6 points, though. So that is good to see. Let's get into the calendar. Let me know if there's any teams that you really would like to see. I'd like to see the Oilers. Let me know if there's any teams that you would also like to see, whether they're on the screen right now or not. But we have a pretty packed schedule between now and then. Patrick Roy. It's a fun name. Patrick Roy or Patrick Roy. That's a fun one, right? Patrick Roy is back in the lineup, so Rogi Vachon goes back down. He's going through waivers. Rogi, take it easy. He does not get claimed. Okay. Edit NHL lines. Let's get him back in there. Wonder how the AHL team is doing, by the way. Patrick Roy back in the lineup. Down in Laval. Best lines. This is the top line in Laval. Koivu, 11 goals, 17 assists. Damphus, only 27 points in 39 games. Mario Tremblay, 9. That's it? Come on. Quintal, best lines. Great. Okay. Continuing on, the Bruins are 16, 18, and 4. We beat them 5-4, then lose. Continue. Then we lose up 5-1 against the Hawks. I would love to call up Koivu. Just that as an 85 overall, it would be tough to rationalize because there's a lot of other guys who are 86, 87 who aren't making the lineup. 5-0 shutout against the Devils. Then we lose 4-1 against the North Stars. 3-2 win against the Dallas Stars. And then we have one more game here against the Coyotes, who are 20, 21, and 4. In Arizona, in front of all 5,000 fans, we beat them 5-2. And now we're 31-15, and, oh, man, fractured jaw for... Why is it always Maurice Richard and Larry Robinson? Always these two guys. Elmer, moving back to the second line. Who's coming in here? It's Jacques Lemaire, who's coming in on the fourth. So the chemistry is now 1-5-3-1. Lovely. They have no helmets, eh? That's why. That's why. Thankfully, he's not out for too long. It's less than a month, I believe. If I say substitute in all lines, can you please substitute in all lines? My goodness. Okay. Too many dressed skaters. Huh? Why do I have too many dressed skaters? Who's dressed is not supposed to be dressed. Too complex for EA to incorporate. Who is it Guy Carbonneau? Oh, because I put Carbonneau instead of Lemaire. That's why. So it automatically dressed him. There you go. All right. Jacques Lemaire. There we go. All right. Here against the Wings, we lose 3-0. That's tough. They're a very good team. Minnesota Wild, who are 14, 26, and 4. We beat them narrowly, 3-2 in the shootout. Anaheim Ducks, are they that good? Ooh, they're 19 points, strained hamstring. Oh my goodness. I wonder if other teams are dealing with injuries like this. Look at our chemistry. Come on, we gotta be doing it crazy, right? I'm very happy with our record, but I want more. Bouchard. Okay. Wayne Gretzky trade. I don't know if we have the value for it. Anaheim Ducks, a losing team. We beat them 5-2. The Oilers are 29, 12, and 7. We are 33, 16, and 1. At home, taking on the Oilers alumni with a lot of good players. Curry, Messier, Coffey. Let's do it at home. First period, 1-0 Canadiens. Jacques Lemaire gets it going for us. Second period, 2-0 Canadiens. 2-1 Canadiens. Larry Robinson scoring for us after Huddy scored in the power play past Patrick Waugh. We're being outshot 28-21 through 40, but we're up by 1 here in this third period. I'd love to see it extended. Power play Oilers. We kill it off. At least there's one kill there, as they scored in the power play earlier. Outshot 35-27 right now, halfway through the third. 2-2 game as Jason Arnott makes it a tie game. 5 minutes to go. Oilers really putting a lot on net right now. Final 2 minutes. 1 minute, and let's see some overtime. Shots 38-33 for the Oilers. 2-2 game after 60. Let's see Gretzky, Messier, and Coffey. Let's get some overtime action. There he is with the Jofa and the Tuck jersey. Love it. What are the ratings like here? We have better everything. 100 offense, 100 goalie, 98 defense. They're 96, 95, 86. At the trade deadline, we'll see what kind of alumni players are on the blocks. That Jofa Tuck combo, eh? Doesn't get better than that. All right, here we are in Montreal. It's Beliveau versus Gretzky at the draw. How about that? Beautiful stuff. Beliveau wins it back to Chelios. Very nice. Chelios loses it. Beliveau picks it back up. Trade for all the Gretzkys. Beliveau one-timer there. And Fuhrer will hang on. That was Frank Mahovich, I believe.
Quickly on top of that, James, he needed to cover there. Jerseys, hats, keychains, you name it. Smartphone cases, they got you covered at the team store. Check it out.
Offensive zone face-off. Gretzky wins that one back. Paul Coffey has it now. Up to Gretzky. Gretzky's hit off the puck, but he keeps skating. Gets through Beliveau. Gets through Mahovlich. Gets to Messier. And that's, I think that was blockered aside by Patrick Waugh. Mahovlich now over to Jean Beliveau. Beliveau, nice little move, gets into Chelios. Over to Mahovlich. Just a blocker save from Fuhrer, as I believe was going wide anyways. Mark Messier starting back to charge the other way, up to Paul Coffey. Coffey broken up by Mahovlich, but Arnott will pick it back up. He had a tying goal in this one. Coffey loses it to Mahovlich, but then Mahovlich gets himself board pinned. Arnott pokes it into the corner. Chelios regains possession. Mahovlich across to Beliveau. Jean Beliveau loses it to Arnott. He's been fighting hard in those corners. Arnott still has it. Puts it behind the net to Messier. Messier to Arnott. All alone is Coffey, but one-timer scores. I saw that one from a mile away. Oh, man. That's another overtime loss here. The AI is really just looking atrocious. Tough one. Really tough one. Shots end 40-35 for the Oilers. And Edmonton takes it in overtime. Custom goal horns. That'll be fun. They even need the rights to that, I guess. If there's goal songs, yeah. Our goal horns is different than the song. We probably have to stop watching overtimes at this point, eh? Goodness. Paul Coffey, open. No one wants to cover him. 3-2 overtime loss. Makes our record 33-16-2. There's a little all-star Olympic break here. Then we see the Senators. There we go, Hobbsy, who are 10-34-6 at the moment. We'll go see the good old Ottawa Senators. Columbus Blue Jackets, we beat them 6-3. And then the St. Louis Blues at home, last game before the break. Another Wayne Gretzky sighting. More injuries in Laval. They're 25-14-10. We beat them 4-1. Very nice. And Maurice Richard is back to full health, as we'll get him into the lineup. Jacques Lemaire will come out. Come on, menus. Lemaire had 9 points in 20 games. Not bad. Not bad at all. He'll come out for Maurice Richard. The Rockets back to the first line. How's Steve Shutt doing? Is this guy scoring goals? Yeah, there we go. 25 goals from him. Howie Morenz, 18-24. Beliveau, Cournoyer. Quick look there. Sens should start Condon. That's true. Former Montreal Canadian. Guy Lapointe also fully healed. Good. Let's get him in the lineup as well. We'll be fully healed for this difficult matchup coming up against the Ottawa Senators. It's going to be a doozy. Who comes out here? Bouchard, 1-4 and plus 11. 4-5 plus 24. 1 goal. 8. Yeah. Terry Harper will come out. And Guy Lapointe will go back in. There we go. Alrighty. For Theodore, I wish. If Jose Theodore was in this game, I would. 4-1 win there to get the break. All these old men need to just take a little bit of a break here. Everybody relax. Go get your athletic massages. Get your bones grafted. Do whatever you got to do. And we will be back stronger than ever against the Senators. We're 35-16-2 through 54 games. Alright. So the Senators, their record right now, let's see, Cedric Paquette, best lines. The Senators right now are 11-35-6 at the bottom of the Atlantic Division by quite a bit. Let's see what happens when we take them on in Ottawa. First period, 1-1 game. Chris Phillips actually opens the scoring, then Howie Morenz ties it up. Shots are 10-4 for Ottawa. Come on, boy. Against a 76 overall goalie, I'm going to snap. Second period, 2-2. Duchesne gave the lead to Ottawa once again, but Cournoyer ties it up late. Shots are tied at 15. The game is tied at 2. Don't do this to me! Mike Sillinger makes it 3-2. Power play Montreal killed off by the Senators. Don't do this to me, boys. 11:50 left, halfway through the third. Where are the 94 overalls? Where are they? The 76 overall goalie's going to shut them down. Yeah, there you go. Classic. Classic. Yeah, for Seattle and Vegas, I replaced them with the Minnesota North Stars and the Quebec Nordiques. I would have wanted to put the Hartford Whalers as well, but there was no room for them. Great. Yeah, that 100 offense. Yeah, there you go. One of the worst teams in the league beat us 4-2. What a real joke. Let's get towards the trade deadline. Then we'll figure out... We'll go see the Senators one more time by the trade deadline. Then we'll see if we'll be making any trades or not. Oh, man. Go Sens, eh? There you go. Good thing you saw it, eh, Hobbsy? Good thing we stopped for it. Winnipeg Jets, who are 34-19-6. We lose 4-3 against them. That would be fun, eh? There's so many good things, but I'm not hopeful for any franchise mode changes, like, at all into NHL 23. Chris Chelios, mild concussion. Lovely. Crazy, eh, Kaylee? Oh, man. Can I please see what the game against the Edmonton Oilers resulted in, please? Why does it never show you the result of the game? They tell me Canucks, we lose 6-3, but they won't tell me what happened against the Oilers. I need to stop the simulation. Come on, come on. It was a 3-2 win. Then a 4-1 win there against the Avalanche. So we're 37-20-2 through 60 games. Let's get 3 more under our belts before the trade deadline. Yeah, I wish, Owen. I wish. Yeah, you could. You absolutely could. Just it's a lot of work. Steve Shutt, wrist sprain. Lovely. Like just creating this customly, replacing all the teams with the alumni teams. That took like a good 15 minutes. Like that doesn't take. That's not. And that's just like menial tasks. Imagine when you're trying to do like actual big overhauling changes. That would take hours. Okay. Do we have anyone else to put in the lineup? It's Carbonneau, right? Oh no, it's Lemaire. It's still Lemaire. And let me guess. I said put all lines, but by all lines they said everything but the 3-on-3, right? No, I want all lines. When I say all lines, I mean all lines. All right. Stop the sim again, and Chris Chelios is fully healed. So many little things. LaPointe back here, Bouchard there, Chelios here. Chelios, what's he up to this year? 10-31, Robinson 8-22. So yeah, let me get 3-on-3. And Savard 4-21. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Owen. You can use other leagues. All right, we're almost at full health. It's just Steve Shutt who's out. We beat the North Stars 6-1. That's a good joke, eh, Scott? Now we're taking on the Dallas Stars, then the Ottawa Senators one more time. Headed into the trade deadline. Let's see what we can do here. Let's hope for one more win. Nope, one more loss. We're 38-22-2 at the deadline. That would be good if you could swap picks. That would be great. No one is scoring over here or what? Our best scorer has 47 points? We got to make some trades here. Let's check the trade blocks around the league. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Hold my horses here. Let's check the penalty kill and power play changes that I made. Are we still in the basement of the NHL for the special teams? Then we'll see our point leaders and who is expendable. And then we'll see the trade blocks. Okay, in the entire NHL, I'm sure we're top 5, probably, right? We're top 6. There we go. The coaches, it's every coach. If we fire our coach right now and get another coach, it's gonna be another B-rated coach. Not gonna really do anything, unfortunately. We score 3.32 goals per game, which is among the better teams in the NHL. We allow 2.63 goals per game, which is one of the lower teams in the league as well. Devils, Red Wings, they're all doing much better, though. Evgeny Nabokov and the San Jose Sharks are doing very well. I know you would enjoy hearing that, Mark. Our power play increased by like 1% to 13.8. We're not in the absolute bottom anymore, but we're still there. We're still not as high as I'd like to be. We're more in the middle, closer to the bottom than the top, and more in the middle now at least. And the penalty kill is up to 78.9, which is still pretty low, which is 4th lowest, but it's better than like the 72 or whatever that it was at before. So baby steps for the special teams, I suppose. I don't even know if my changes are still there. I forgot if the best lines changed all that. Morenz 47 and 63, Beliveau 47, Richard 41, Chelios shut, all those guys. Elmer Lack with 39, Cornway 37, Maurice Richard 31 and 54, Robinson, Savard 29, Boom Boom Geoffrion 29 and 55, Bob Gainey, Savard, Lemaire 10 and 21. Then the defense. Goaltending, I'm sure, has been solid, correct? Patrick Waugh, 21, 12, and 1, 4 shutouts. Yeah, good numbers from both goalies, I gotta say. It's like I'd be down to just trade one of our top guys and just get someone else in the top 6. You know? Like, trade a guy like Yvan Cournoyer and get, like, I don't know, an elite playmaker? Is Beliveau a playmaker or a sniper? He's a playmaker. Like, do we want to get... Like, I don't know, maybe someone who's scoring... Maybe more of a sniper, then. Like, I have no one on the team who scored more than 27 goals. Cornway is a sniper, but only has 15 goals. Maybe we get a real sniper with, like, 30 goals on the season so far. Maybe one of the Mike Gardner, since there's, like, 3 of them. Ovechkin's not here. Let's check the trade blocks. See who's around. As we're more than halfway through the cup or bust... let's see. Trade blocks. Boston. If they even have any of the alumni players on their blocks. Sort by over. Yeah, so Ray Whitney, Tomo Rutu, Aaron Ward on the block in Carolina. Yeah. Gretzky has a full bar value. I had checked earlier on. Columbus, Clark, Marchman, Umberger, all those guys on the block. Dallas, no. Red Wings, nope. 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 Jason Zucker. Nashville's a bunch of their guys on the block. New Jersey, nope. Islanders, nope. Rangers, nope. Senators, nope. Philly, nope. Pittsburgh, nope. Quebec, Maxwell and Mahler. San Jose, nope. St. Louis, nope. Tampa Bay, nope. Toronto, nope. Vancouver, nope. Washington, various players. And Winnipeg, nope. Alright, so we're going to have to make do ourselves. Let's do let's check according to scoring then. Like the let me turn staff management back on. Is there a coach potentially out there? Let's just do our due diligence. I had auto staff management because I didn't care about the staff because we're not doing it more than one season. But let's see. Auto staff management off, so now that'll create the hire staff screen. Make it visible, that is. Come on, please, just go. There you go, hire staff. So our coach is B rated. The coaches in free agency, yeah, B minus. They'd be even worse. That's too bad. Oh, let's check the scoring around the league. If there's a losing team that maybe wants a top player. Entire league. Leading the league is Wayne. The 4 Wayne Gretzkys are leading the NHL. That's hilarious. Gretzky on the Kings leading the most, but Gretzky on the Rangers and Oilers have 2 games in hand. Gretzky on the Blues with 3 games in hand. Sakic, Rattel, Hull, Mario Lemieux leading the league in goals with 47. Wow. A guy like John LeClair, you know, like an 86 overall. How is he scoring so much? Gretzky, and Gretzky all leading the league. Just an average day. Maybe one of the Brett Halls. If we get one of the Brett Halls on the team, that would be something. One of the Brendan Shanahans too, even. I wouldn't mind an offensive defenseman as well. One of the Coffees. Penguins coffee. Hurricanes coffee. Oilers coffee. Let's check the Hurricanes. How are the Hurricanes doing this year? Would they be open to trading the Hurricanes coffee here? No good team. We're not going to trade with any good team. Okay, the Hurricanes coffee is possible. And then... where was the Brett Hall we wanted to see? St. Louis? St. Louis is a winning team. So let's try... First, let's look at the defense. Let's see. Paul Coffey. Can we go out and acquire the offensive defenseman? We have to give a good piece back. Probably a defenseman, right? So we're not trading Robinson or Chelios. I don't want to trade Savard. It would probably take Lapointe at the very least. And we have to trade some other pieces as well. Lapointe, he's an offensive defenseman with less. So we swap offensive defensemen. We swap Lapointe for Coffey. Yeah, exactly. All the franchise's potential are boosting all the values. This guy elite. There you go. Doesn't work as well. We can't use any of our prospects. We're using only the elite, only the alumni players. So we could throw in some of them we're not using, but that's not going to be a player with much value. Let's look at the forwards. Is there a player we're not really using in the forwards? Vinny Damphus, Guy Carbonneau, Saku Koivu. If we throw in Saku Koivu and Mario Tremblay, how close are we talking here? And they have to take back... the value's not there. Stéphane Quintal. The value's not there, plus we have to take more back. We have to trade a forward. It would be Lapointe and a forward. We'd have to promote one of our forwards to play in the NHL, and we have to, yeah. So it would probably be a guy like Savard. Even then, it's not as much value. Denis Savard. If I give you Denis Savard, who would become your first-line center, value's still not there. No, it's not there. I don't think getting Coffey will be possible. We have to get a lower defenseman. So let's focus on getting a forward then for right now. Jan Boulis. Whew. Is Richard Zednik in here too? Michael Ryder? Wish you could sort by teams that are bad. Parazogan. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Trevor Linden is actually a former Canadian, so that could work. Getting Trevor Linden could be cool, but I don't know how he has that many goals. He wouldn't even be that good on the Canadiens. 85 overall. Gordie Howe's not going to happen. Jason Pominville, 22 goals. This might not be as easy as I thought. I mean, John LeClair played on the Canadiens as well, so that could also be an alumni pickup. Power forward with only 4-star shooting, though. How's he doing it? It's his line mates, you know? How about Brett Hall on Dallas? Can we trade for Brett Hall on Dallas? How are the Stars doing right now? They're 37, 18, and 4. Okay. Let's just look at the forwards on bad teams then, I suppose. Excuse me. Okay, Calgary. They were a stacked team. They're not doing well. Who can we look at from Calgary? Iginla, Fleury, Nieuwendyk. How's Jerome Iginla doing out here? Jerome, 15 and 37 is a power forward. Any guys who have good... Here, Joe Nieuwendyk has 5-star shooting, but he's a two-way forward. That's not going to help for the chemistry. But Doug Gilmour was a former Canadian. The Buffalo Sabres, same as Boston Bruins, both losing records. Dale Hawerchuk would be a cool one to get here. 5-star shooting. He's a sniper. He has 20 goals on the year. So is Pat LaFontaine, who has only 8 goals on the year. Dale Hawerchuk would be fun. Get him a cup in memory of Dale Hawerchuk. Could we trade Cournoyer for Hawerchuk? I'll probably go... would it go through? What do you say, Buffalo? You've done alright, but the value isn't sufficient at all. Well, I wouldn't mind upgrading the defense either. If I trade you a couple of D-men here, I'll trade you... can I trade you like 3 defensemen? Here's Bouchard, Harper, and Lefebvre. You send me some defense back the other way. 1 good guy and 2 not-so-good guys, maybe. You got Phil Housley, Teppo Numminen, Brian Campbell. He is an offensive defenseman, Phil Housley. Brian Campbell, also an offensive defenseman. These guys, they're on a really bad team, unfortunately. I'll take back Housley, and I'll take a couple other randos. We can only take alumni guys. Playfair is one of those guys, right? Yeah, Larry Playfair. Fogelin too? Yeah. What do you think about this, Buffalo? What do you think about this? Still rejected. We like Pierre Bouchard if we want to take another crack at it. I'd have to give another good player. So here's another forward that we're not using, I guess. Take Vincent Damphousse. I'll take back your lowest trade value alumni player. Trying to tell who's who. Brad May, I suppose. Is he the lowest? Yeah, let's go with Brad May. Mayday! Mayday! Yeah, I don't want to use picks or prospects. I feel like a bit unrealistic in that way. Like, it's already unrealistic enough. Here's a 5 for 5 with the Sabres. Still rejected. We gave him 20 players who filled the same need. And the Discord, if you're not there, you're missing out. Let me see this in the meme in media and links here. Let me see this, Hobbsy. When I say all lines, I mean all lines. That is good. When I say all lines, I mean all lines. Not all lines except 3-on-3. All lines. My goodness. I'll try giving you another good forward, I suppose. We're trading within the division, so this could hurt us. But, c'est la vie. Who else am I not using? Smith. Come on, Hawerchuk. Come to Montreal, buddy. Who's Ogilvy? I don't... Ogilvy. And yeah, it's not... He's not a... But Wayne Primo is, yeah. I'm trying to figure out who's real and who's not. Alright, so here's the blockbuster. Let's try this. Cournoyer for Hawerchuk, basically. And then we want to pick up Housley. So basically I want Housley and Hawerchuk. And I'll give you Bouchard, Harper, Damphousse, and Smith to make it happen. What do you say to this, Buffalo? Forget it. Not going to work then. If they're not going to accept... This is a good deal. They're not going to accept it. Goodbye. Let's find another team who has a bad record. Forwards, sorting by overall. Adam Oates, Jean Rattel. He's a two-way forward. Jeremy Roenick. Mike Gardner. I want Mike Gardner on this team. He's a sniper, but he only has like 10 goals, 24 assists over here. I don't know why he's listed as a two-way forward. When he is one of the only players in NHL history to score 700 goals. I don't know why he's a two-way forward. But he does have the 5-star shooting. Mike Gardner. I need a team that has a sniper and a defenseman that I can pick up. That's the problem. Too much value from a guy like Curry. Other losing teams. Let's see who else is a losing team with players. Here's the other Mike Gardner. Can I take this Mike Gardner with a defenseman? Is there a defenseman I can take here? Larry Murphy. Could take Larry Murphy. 10 goals, 30 assists. A two-way D, but very offensive. So can I take Larry Murphy off your hands? Even Sergei Gonchar, he played with Montreal Canadiens. That would keep the Alumni. But Mike Gardner didn't play with the Canadiens. So, okay, yeah, it defeats the purpose. So let's go Larry Murphy and Mike Gardner from the Washington Capitals for Guy Lapointe and Ivan Cournoyer. Where'd he go, Cournoyer? Oh, I'm just looking at centers. My apologies. Cournoyer and Lapointe for Gardner and Murphy. Lapointe, he has, what did we say? 4 goals, 11 assists. This guy, yeah, that's better. What did it say? Trade accepted. Bang! Welcome to Montreal. Mike Gardner and Larry Murphy, welcome to the Team Bellows. Let's get you in there. That'll be our only move at the deadline. We're going to go to the playoffs from here. Alrighty, Mike Gardner. Really wanted to get him on the team. He's such a nice guy. I've met him in person. One of the best snipers of all time. I don't know why this as a two-way forward. He does give that top line a +2. He fits better in the bottom 6 even. No, but the first line +2 is okay. And on defense, we now have Savard playing with Murphy. How about that? Only a 0 and still a 0 for chemistry. But he fits on that first pair? No, we'll keep it like that. Countering Pittsburgh's Murphy with one of our own. Exactly. Shutt is still injured. Harper's the scratch. So is Carbonneau. Special teams. Let's get Gardner on the special teams. Shutt goes there. Lack, Robinson, Chelios. He has a lot of points, eh, Chelios? And Elmer, 15-24. Where do I fit him in here? Howie, 21-26. 635 from Mahovlich. Maybe he's a better sniper than Mahovlich, Mike Gardner is? At least for the moment, he'll replace Lemaire. We'll do that. Good old Mike Gardner. Takes away the chemistry, but hopefully he's a better scorer, so whatever. We'll keep the rest of the lines as is. Larry Murphy doesn't get any power play time, unfortunately, eh? I don't like that. Well, he'll get 4-man power play, taking out Pierre Bouchard here. At least there's that. Larry Murphy on the 4-man power play. Gives it a +1. Ooh, okay. Boom, he plays center? He has 50 faceoffs. Why is this guy a centerman? Bernie, I love you, but I gotta take you out of there. Let's go sniper. David Savard. Denis Savard. All right, there we go. Thank you, Washington. There we go. Let's keep on simulating through the deadline now. Mike Gardner on the team. Hopefully with his shooting, he'll be able to keep on scoring and just kind of, I don't know, maybe just give us the jump that we need. The Senators beat us. We will not let them do that again. Let's do it here. They're 16, 40, and 7. Come on. We're 4, 6, and 0 in our last 10. Unacceptable, gentlemen. Let's go. First period action. 1-0 Canadiens. Jean Beliveau on the power play. Philip Gustafson between the pipes. Second period, 2-1 Canadiens. Mahovlich scores. Chorsky for the Senators. Third period, we're up by 1. We're more than doubling the shots now. Now we're doubling 30-15. Power play Montreal, killed off by the Senators. 10 minutes to go. Power play once again for Montreal. Killed off again, but Peter Mahovlich makes it a 2-goal lead. We're up 3-1 with 5 minutes to go. Power play late again, once more. Not able to convert, but we'll take the 3-1 victory. Shots and 43-17 for the Canadiens. Sheesh. 3 stars in this one. Mahovlich, Beliveau, and Lack. Alright. At least we can get a little bit of a revenge there on Ottawa. Beliveau now leading the team in scoring. Let's get back to the calendar simulation now. Hopefully Larry Murphy and Mike Gardner both had solid outings in their first games as Canadiens. Let's just sim through the deadline. As we want to keep current block. Continue simming. Alright. Actually, I'll pause after the deadline to see if any other teams in the league made trades. Whenever it comes up here. Alright. Let's see if any other teams in the NHL traded their alumni players. do it. Message center. Trades. Let's see. Scroll down. All right, so we made that first trade. Willie O'Ree going to the Blues from the Bruins. Wow. The North Stars get Owen Nolan from the Coyotes. Jason Zucker to the Flames. Neil Niederreiter to the Jets. Chris Phillips going to the Capitals. I don't know why they're trading for him in a losing season. Dan Quinn and Sean McEachran going to the Nordiques from the Senators. Samuelson going to the Flyers. Hanzus to the Predators. RJ Umberger to the Flyers, where he played as well. Some other deals. Fiddler, Nolan Foote. Yeah, deals that don't involve any alumni. All right. A few alumni moving around the NHL. Let's simulate towards the end of the year now and get to the postseason and try to win this cup. It's cup or bust. Made a trade, got a couple new players in here. There's a lot of tough teams we're going up against. So I'm going to sim to the end of the year. If there's any teams between now and then that you really want to stop to see, just let me know. But I'll start simulating towards that point. 3-2 loss against the Bruins. We want win number 40. Can we get it here against the Florida Panthers? We're at 28, 30, and 5. We do not. Can we get it here against the Leafs? Hold on. Steve Shutt back in the lineup. That's big for us. As, let's see, Elmer will go back to the fourth line. Or no, Boom Boom comes out, right? No, is it Boom Boom or Lemaire? No, Lemaire comes out. Yeah, Lemaire comes out. For Steve Shutt. Goes that second line +5 with both Richards. Yes. Power play. Mike Gardner, what have you done so far for us, big boy? 4 games, 2 points, 1 power play point, -3. Okay. Elmer, how are you looking on the power play? You have 10 power play points. I like that. Howie, how are you looking on the power play? Howie, you have 6 power play points. And Frankie, how are you looking on the power play? You have only 6 power play points as well, eh? You don't fit super well. Does Gardner hurt the chemistry if he comes? No, he makes it a +3. Okay, so Mike Gardner's going to go to that second power play unit. Shooting on his right. Mahavlich, Moran's on his left. Okay, there we go. And then Shutt will replace Mahavlich on the first power play unit. Okay, and Shutt can go on his off wing, perhaps. I don't know, Richard doesn't score as much, I guess. All right. There are the changes. As it's now glitched again. Come on. Come on. There we go. 4-3 win against the Leafs to give us win number 40. 5-0 shutout of the Devils, then a 6-2 win of the against the Panthers. We're 42, 24, and 2. At the halfway point, we're on pace for 52 wins. We now have, what, like 15 games left, or 10 wins from that point? 5-3 win against the Hurricanes. Lightning, who are a sub-500 team, we beat them 5-2. There we go. Let's string some wins together now, boys. Let's go. Senators beat us 5-4. A real joke. A real joke. We beat the Leafs 4-2 in Toronto. Jets are a good team. We shut them out 4-0. The original that would be cool, eh? That would be really cool. This someone creaky chair. Steve Shutt sprained ankle. Why is it the injuries have only been to Shutt, Maurice Richard, and Robinson? It's been like 3 players who get all the injuries. That's it. Keep resetting the lines. There's no preset lines that you can ever do, so I have to keep resetting it every time. I'm just slamming the controller now. When I say all lines, I mean all lines. My goodness. Extras. 3 on... Did you mean 3-on-3 as well? Yes, I did mean 3-on-3 as well. Serenity now. Okay. Brings me to June. Why does it bring me to June on the calendar? Beat the Blue Jackets 3-2. We're 5 wins away from our goal with 7 games left in the season. Islanders, we beat them 2-1. Then we beat the Flames, the Capitals, 7-1. We're on a great streak right now. Only the Senators have been able to beat us. Minnesota Wild, we beat them 4-3 in the shootout. There's win number 50. Flyers, we shut them out 3-0. Senators, don't tell me we barely beat them 5-4. and we beat the Sabres 5-1. All right, okay. So in the last whatever games, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, we've won 13 1-0 in our last 14. Even 14 1-0 in our last 15 games. Huge push to end the season. That is great stuff, gentlemen. 40, 30, and 6 are the Panthers. We're 53, 25, and 2. Looking to get a 54th win and have a better second half than the first half. Ottawa just has our number. My goodness. Let's do it. First period, 3-1 Panthers. Wow. Second period, 4-3. Mahovlich and Gardner get us back in it. Kid between the pipes. That goatee. We're down by 1 in the third. Power play, Montreal, and Lack will tie it up at 4. Elmer. Good old Elmer makes it a 4-4 game. Eddie Lack. Power play, Montreal, killed off by the Panthers. Shots 29-27 for Montreal. 5 minutes to go, a tie game. Game 82 of the Cup or Bust, and Joe Nieuwendyk makes it 5-4. And then Kuba, the empty netter. Yeah, the team is terrible in the slow sim here. And we dropped the last game of the season. Shepard, 2 goals and 2 assists on this one. All right, so we finished the season, ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 53, 26, and 2. One more win than we had in the second half than we did in the first half. And Jean Beliveau ends with a 70-point year. Did everyone play their last game? Yes, they did. So let's check around the entire NHL. So the Canadiens, we win our division. In the entire league, we finish in 3rd place. Very good. The Wings end up going 58, 16, and 8, scoring 3.77 per game and allowing 2.59. We finished 3rd in the league, scoring 3.48 per game, which was 3rd best in the league, and allowing 2.55 goals per game, which was also 3rd best in the league, tied with the Maple Leafs. Power play ended up going up a bit more to 16.5%. Closer to the top than the bottom now, I think, unless it's more of the middle. It's going to take a long time to scroll. Come on, scroll. Yeah, pretty much smack dab in the middle for 16.5%. And our penalty kill was 80.1%. Again, not great, but it did increase over the season. Still, actually, it was 3rd worst in the end. Yikes. So the penalty kill was not good. We were better at home than on the road. And of course, final 10, 9-1-0, 14, 1-0 in our last 15 games. Team scoring now. Jean Beliveau, 70 points in 82 games. Mike Gardner, 61 in 81. Since he joined the Canadiens, he scored 16 points in 19 games, was a +10. We'll take it. Howie Morenz with 59 points in 82 games. I'm very surprised by how it really drops off. Like, it's scoring by committee. Richard 57, Lack 56, shot 33 goals, 55 points in 70 games. Chelios 51, Richard 49, Robinson 46 and 67, Mahovlich 45, Murphy 45. Since Larry Murphy came to the Canadiens, he had only 5 assists in 19 games. That's it. But it was a +4, but still. Mahovlich 40, Pete Mahovlich 41, Denis Savard 40, Geoffrion 39 and 74, Gainey 38 +24, Serge Savard 26, Lemaire 21, Langway 14, Bouchard 10, Harper 1 goal. Goaltending, Patrick Waugh had a record of 33, 14, and 1 with 6 shutouts, a .921 save percentage, and 2.36 goals against average. Great numbers. And Jacques Plante was 20, 10, and 1 with 3 shutouts of his own, .913 save percentage, and 2.54 goals against average. Let's see the entire league now. Looking at the entire NHL, Wayne Gretzky on the Blues ended up with 106 points. Wayne Gretzky on the Kings with 97, but 57 goals. Brett Hull with 50 goals, 96 points. Gretzky on the Rangers, 92. And Gretzky on the Oilers, 89. Mario Lemieux with 87, and 67 goals from Mario Lemieux. Wow. Doug Gilmour at 83 points. Joe Nieuwendyk, 81. Henrik Sedin with 79 points. Sakic 78, Nieuwendyk 78, Howe 78. Wow. I'm just going to scroll through this. If anybody's interested in seeing some of the names, I'll go slowly through each little grouping, I suppose. Sakic on the Avalanche, 34 goals, 74 points in 71 games. Marty St. Louis, Larry Robinson, of course. Wait. Hold on. This was our Larry Robinson? I forgot about this, eh? No, this was the Kings' Larry Robinson. Yeah, 74 points from him. Why couldn't ours do that? Solani, Hall with 43 goals on the Stars. Paul Coffey, John Leclerc with 71 points. Messier, Medano. Mikael Granlund at 70 points. Beliveau, Stastny, Robitaille, Trottier, Oates, Gary Roberts, Nick Lidstrom, 78. Let's sort by goals. Highest goals in the NHL. Lemieux with 67. Gretzky on the Kings with 57. Hall with 50. Other couple Gretzkys. Sakic, Hall, Sedin with 40 goals. Most assists in the NHL. 67 for Gretzky on the Blues. 61 also Gilmore on the Blues. Coffey with 60. Henrik Sedin. Mark Recchi with 57 on the Penguins. Best plus-minus in the league went to Chris Chelios. Hey, plus 48. Mike Gardner on the Rangers is plus 42. Tied with Langway with 42. Hey, we had a couple players there. Worst plus-minus. Sergei Gonchar on the Senators was a negative 55. Wow. Negative 55 for Sergei Gonchar. Negative 49 for Wade Redden. Negative 42 for Nelson Emerson. Negative 40 for Chris Clark. Just the Senders and the Blue Jackets pretty much. Wow. Penalty minutes. Let's see now. The most penalty minutes in the league goes to Brad Maxwell with 173. But negative 55. Wow. McGrattan 143. Shelley 125. Gordie Howe 78 points, 32 goals, and 124 penalty minutes. Shout out to Gordie. We'll check the most fights as well in a second. Most power play points in the league went to Gretzky on the Oilers with 35. Most time on ice per night. Way to match the jersey number. That's true, right? 55, negative 55. Al MacInnis was averaging just over 27 minutes of ice time per night to lead the league in that regard. That'd be a pro character. Most hits thrown in the league went to Clark Gillies with 203. Most blocked shots was Al MacInnis at 148. Most giveaways, 104 to François Beauchemin. Most takeaways to Mike Modano and Marty St. Louis, tied with 148. Most fights, let's see this now. There had to be a lot of fights this year. 26 fights for Brad Maxwell, 23 for Brian McGrattan, 21 for Jody Shelley. Wow, 15 for Darius Kasparaitis. Legend. 16 for Gordie, 11 for Iafrati. 9 for Tim Horton, 9 for Gilmore. A lot of fights in the league this year. Scrolling down. Sheesh. And that's pretty much all she wrote, eh? Yeah. Let's look at the goaltenders now. Is it still sorting by fights? Because none of them had fights. Yeah. Oh, right. So sorting by wins. Fulton, Reed, and Dean. Oh, wow. 270 plus. McGrattan doesn't shock me. No. Marty Brodeur had a 45-win season. Sawchuk and Vachon were tied with 42. Eddie Belfour with 39. Sotart with 35. Only has an 83 overall. Vernon 35. Fuhr 34. Both Patrick Roys had 33, but ours had better numbers in every regard. Kirk McLean 32. Sean Burke. Gilles Meloch, whatever you want to call him. Let's sort by minimum 40 games played, and let's look at let's first see the shutouts. 7 shutouts for Douglas Sotart. Save percentage went to Mike Vernon on the Sharks with 923 save percentage. Best goals against average went to our Patrick Roy. So probably between our Patrick Roy and the Mike Vernon on the Sharks for the Vezina. It's probably between those two. Marty Brodeur probably in the mix as well with the 45 wins. So I'd say our Roy, Marty Brodeur, and the Sharks Vernon would be the 3 candidates for the Vezina. Worst save percentage, Ty Conklin at 889. Also the worst goals against average likely at 3.74, I would assume. Yes. Most penalty minutes. Any goalies getting penalties out there? Doesn't look like it. Most assists on the season. How about this? Most assists go to Yusei Saros with 4 assists. Puck playing frequency, only 80. Okay. Sawchuk, Hextall, and Parent all had 3 each. Sauvé, Edwards, Vernon, they had, a bunch of players had 2. That's cool. There you go. There are all the point totals for the season. No goalie goal. Actually, I didn't sort by goalie goals. That's pretty rare, but it does happen sometimes in the simulation. Let me just check that quickly. Goalies. Goals. None. No goalie goals this season, Scott. All right. So with all that taken care of, it's time to see who we will be playing in round number 1 of the postseason. It's cup or bust. Our team and our record got us here, but now's where the real fun starts. They don't ask you how you got to the dance. They just ask you, what did you do on the dance floor? And in round number 1, the Canadiens alumni will be taking on... Steve Shutt's available. Great. I'll fix that in a moment. Taking on the Philadelphia Flyers alumni. All right. So let me just get Steve Shutt back in the lineup here. Stevie. Elmer will go back down. And Lemaire will come back out. Good old Stevie. Alrighty. I almost put Shutt on the first line. But we go +2/+1 as opposed to +2/+5. We'll keep them there with the first power play. All right, so I'm gonna show you Philadelphia's lines. I'm gonna just take a step out for like 20 seconds to go fill up my cup of water, and then we'll get into the postseason. So here are the Flyers line. Yeah, no Billy Smith goals. So here are the Flyers lines. Take a moment to look at this. I'll be right back. All right. So we got John LeClair on the first line with Lindros and Recchi. Second line, Reggie Leach with Jeremy Roenick and Simon Gagne. Love it. Third line, Rod Brendamore, Bobby Clark, and Mike Knuble. Fourth line, Daniel Briere, Keith Primo, and Brian Propp. Defense, Chris Pronger and Mark Howe. Kiel Samuelson and Joe Watson. Gord Murphy and Tom Bladon. Goaltending, it's Bernie Parent, backed up by Ron Hextall. Scratches, Craven, Hanzus, and Bill Barber. So there's the team that we're taking on in round number 1. Strong first line and great first defensive pairing. A good goalie as well. So we have our work cut out for us, ladies and gentlemen, in this first round. It's cup or bust. Let's get straight into the postseason. Round 1, Game 1 at the Bell Center. We're coming in hot, going 14-1-0 in our last 15 games. Let's keep it going, gentlemen. Don't stop for a moment. First period, 4-0 Flyers. Congratulations to Patrick Waugh, Vezina Trophy nominee, for allowing 4 goals on like 10 shots in the first period. Jacques Plante now in. Second period, 5-0. Okay. Game 1, we lose 6-0. What? What was that? 6-0 loss? What? Who are the negatives in this one? The Broad Street Bullies. -3s for Serge Savard, Howie Morenz. What in the world was that? Disgusting. Wow. I'm not even going to talk. I have nothing to say. I'm not even going to talk about it. If you're not going to show up for the second game, heads will roll. Heads will roll. First period. 3-3. My goodness. Watson, Morenz, Chelios, Lindros, Beliveau, and Recchi. 3-3 after 20. It's a barn burner already. Second period, 4-3. Larry Robinson, thank you very much. Wrong series data. We want the Flyers to lose. There you go. It's true, eh? All right, we're up by 1 into the third period thanks to Larry Robinson. Let's get going here in the third. Let's pull away a little bit. We allowed those 3 quick ones in the first period. Let's shut it down. Let's extend the lead. Larry Robinson's got us up, but we're not quite comfortable just yet. 5 minutes to go. Outshooting the Flyers 38-28. Final 2 minutes of this one. Still up by 1. And thankfully, we just hang on tight for the 4-3 victory. Robinson, Beliveau, and Morenz all with a goal and an assist apiece as we take it 4-3. The final to tie this series up at 1. Okay. All right. Heading into Philadelphia now at the Wells Fargo Center. I'm not sure if that's where they played back in the 60s, but let's do it. Game 3, round 1, best of 5. First period, 1-0 Flyers, Eric Lindros. Second period, 1-1, Denis Savard ties it back up. Shots 28-14 for the Flyers, doubling our shots. With all of our 90 overalls, we can't get more than that. Power play Philly to start the third, and Mahovlich scores just as it expires, and boom boom Geoffrion, just half a minute later or so, makes it a 2-goal lead. 3-1 Canadiens. We're down, being outshot 31-22, but we're up by 2 here with 6 minutes to go in the third period. 2 big goals 5 minutes into the period, and that'll be all she wrote as we now take a 2-1 lead on the series after that 6-0 hiccup in game number 1. My goodness. Excuse me. That went down the wrong way. Down in Laval, we lost in round number 1. That makes sense. How did the team do in Laval? 55, 19, and 8. Then they lose in... Yvon Lambert doesn't get more beautified than this. My goodness. Certified beautician. What a guy. Oh, that went down the wrong way. I'm going to just power through. Let's go. Game 4. Against the Flyers. Up 2-1 in the series. Here we go. After that game 1 hiccup. First period, 1-0, boom boom Geoffrion. Thank you very much. Second period, 3-1 Flyers. Leclerc scores twice and Briere once. 3 goals in like a minute and 40 seconds. And we're now down by 2. EA curse. The team's too good. Overalls are too high. Oh boy. Alright. Call it a day. Howie Morenz adds 1. And we dropped that one game 1. Now we dropped that one by a score of 4-2. Series now tied at 2. It is a best of 3. Best of 3 as it comes down to this. We have 2 games at home. That gives us the advantage. But maybe we make some changes headed into this fifth game, excuse me. Maybe I think the Wings win it. If we don't win it, it's going to be the Wings, I say. 1, 2, 3 assists from Gardner. Shot nothing. Richard, 10 penalty minutes and a -4. Great job, buddy. Mahovlich. All right, we're splitting up the Richard brothers. We're bringing Eddie again. Elmer Locke is coming up. Henry Richard is going to go 3rd line. Denny going to go 4th line with Gainey. Defense, what's up over here? +1, 0, -3, -2, -1, -1. Love it. Goaltending Patrick Waugh with a .909 save percentage. All right. If you haven't left a like already, leave a like for some luck. We need every little bit of EA voodoo we can get. Game 5 against the Flyers in a best of 3. Here we go. First period, 2-1 Canadiens. Howie Morenz on the power play, and Elmer Lack on that second line. Let's go. Leach cuts the lead to 1. We're being outshot 17-6. And we're up 2-1. Second period, 3-2. Simon Gagne and Eric Lindros. Power play goal there too. We're being outshot 28-16. And we're down by 1 here in the third period. Power play Philadelphia. Oh my goodness, the penalty kill has been so bad. Who's taking these penalties? 5-on-3! Half the period was just spent on the penalty kill. 5-2 the final. Mike Gardner, the guy we get at the deadline, checking from behind Major. Then Savard decides to go and get a hooking penalty while we're killing that off. And just like that, we're on the brink of elimination. Wow. Guess we're going to best lines it. When all else fails, best lines it. Bang. Let's do it. Best lines. Carbonneau's in the lineup. Who's scratched? Savard, Geoffrion, and Bouchard are all scratched. Boom Boom's been good, though. I might make that as the only change. Carbonneau hasn't played at all. Carbo coming in, who hasn't played at all season. Carbo can come out. Geoffrion can go in. The rest can stay the same, according to what the computer likes. That's it. I have nothing to say. Boys, gentlemen, if you have any passion in you for the Bleu Blanc Rouge, you'll leave it all on the ice here in Philadelphia. Game 6, round 1. fighting to stay alive and bring it back to Montreal. The Montreal Forum. Let's do it. First period, 1-0, Howie Morenz. Thank you very much. Second period, Morenz scores again to make it 2-0, but then Eric Lindros makes it a 2-1 game. Shots 23-22 for the Flyers. We're down by 1. In the third period, we got to extend this lead. The power play. Mark Recchi ties it up. We cannot. Don't take penalties. We kill it off, thankfully. And Jacques Lemaire on the power play makes it 3-2 Canadiens. Okay, halfway through the third, we're up by 1. I'd really love to be up by 2. Thank you, Elmer. 4-2 Canadiens. That should be enough to push it to 7. Okay. Shots end 35-28 in our favor, and we are headed to 7. Lindros, Recchi, Howie Morenz with those 2 goals. I'm not touching the lines. We're leaving them as they are. And we're headed to Game 7 with high hopes. Whoo, boy. It's been a topsy-turvy series. And it all comes down to this, gentlemen. At the Montreal Forum, the ghosts of the Forum with the torch being passed. Bleu, blanc, rouge, le Canadien, le Canadien. They're all chanting in the streets of St. Catherine. People are marching with by the statues of Richard and Beliveau. People are having candlelit vigils at the bronze statues at the Bell Center while the game's happening at the Forum. Game 7, round 1, cup or bust. First period, 1-0 Canadiens. Henry Richard, thank you very much. Henri, merci beaucoup, Henri. Second period, now Primo scores to tie it up. I'm going to keep the sim going. For Game 7, let's just let it go. Keith Primo ties it up at 1. Shots 18-10 in our favor. At the halfway point, they're 21-13 around in our favor. But still a 1-1 game as the Flyers are hanging on. We're getting the shots on net. We got to be lethal. Don't take the penalties. We kill it off. Thank you very much. Now in the third period. Shots 24-15 for Montreal. Down a tie game. No, John Leclerc makes it 2-1. He's played in the Forum. He knows what he's doing. Power play killed off. And then what? You give up a power play goal? Power play Montreal. Away. Jacques Lemaire. 3-2. Merci beaucoup. Away. Voyons donc. Come on. Away. 5 minutes to go. Okay, let's hop in. We're down by 1. Thanks to the power play goal of Jacques Lemaire to get us back in it. But we're giving up crazy opportunities out there. I don't know what they think that they're doing. But let's do it. Hopping in with 5 minutes to go. Voyons donc. Come on. Down by 1 in Game 7. 100 offense, 99 defense, 100 goaltending versus 96, 93, 90. Let's push hard in the late stages here. Look at the fans. Look at them. 4:57 to go in the third. 3-2 Flyers. Canadiens win the faceoff. Savard over to Murphy, up to Beliveau. Can't get through traffic. Samuelson to Watson, out of the zone, and that goes offside. Actually, you know what? I don't like making it 20-minute periods because that's unrealistic. Because it's not that it's unrealistic, but that it's not consistent with what we usually do. We usually do 10-minute periods when we do slow sims in franchise mode. So I'm just going to change it to 10-minute periods and not touch anything else. So that just makes it a bit more of an opportunity for us to get back into it without us trying to stretch out every moment possible. We can't change the period length. That had to be before the game started. My apologies. I missed out on that. All right, we'll just have to roll with it. Actually, you know what? Every other game in this franchise mode has been 5 minutes, so I guess it would be consistent in that way at least. All right, fair enough. Leclerc, Lindros, and Recchi versus Mahavlich, Frank, Beliveau, and Maurice Richard. Mark Recchi, former Canadian, or once a Canadian. Derek Lindros, big kick save from Patrick Roy, who's going to hang on. Patty Roy. 3:55 to go in the third. Defensive zone face-off. First line still out for both teams. Defensive draw. Lindros wins it. Pronger gets hit hard by Maurice Richard, who then gets flipped. The disrespect to Maurice Richard, who gets flipped by Pronger. And then the one-timer save from Patrick Waugh. What was that? That was a crazy, I don't know even what to call it, like a meeting of bodies. Go Habs, go, baby. There's Youppi out there. So Maurice Richard comes in. Hold on. Maurice Richard comes in here. Goes for the hit. Gets hit kind of himself. But then he ends up being the one who's standing. It's like, it looks like Richard's going to be the one who falls. But then he kind of like whips back and says like, no, you're going down, Pronger. But then he's skating backwards away from the puck for some unknown reason. And then the ref is just watching it all with front row seats. And then Pronger's trying to get up. And as he gets up... he takes Richard by the leg. How about this for a thumbnail? Slams him with his arm around his legs. Slams him against the ice. That's crazy. All right, shots are 35-25 in our favor. 3:27 to go in the third period. 3-2 Flyers in Game 7 of round number 1. Let's do it. Let's get it going, boys. Beliveau wins that draw to Frank Mahovlich. Larry Robinson up to Maurice Richard. Richard over the blue line. It looks for the windmill, but Lindros will pick it up. Mark Howe now over to John Leclerc. Exits his own zone and enters Montreal territory. Leclerc and Recchi, two players who were once Canadians. Chris Chelios being fought with. Leclerc to Howe, to the point. It's Pronger. Go Habs, go. Recchi. Howe through traffic. That's blocked. That might have gone. Now here's Maurice Richard back the other way with 1:20 left. Beliveau. Fancy move. Glove save from Parent. Wow. Parent with a very nice glove. He was screened. It went through Mark Howe's leg, I believe. Hits in this one. 23-19 for the Flyers. Second lines are out. Schutt, Morenz, and Gardner out for the Canadiens. Offensive zone face-off lost, but the Canadiens regain the puck and give it straight to Simon Gagne. Hold on, we're fighting for it. Final minute. Here's Gardner. In front, Morenz. Gardner, big save. If we regain possession here, I'm going to pull the goalie. Sorry, I paused it a bit too early. But Leach is going to get it right now. I would love to see that, eh? Morenz. Oh, they're pulling him. Okay, Schutt gets it on net. And Parent will hang on. Let's take a timeout here. Let's take a timeout. I'm going to keep that second line on. Let me take the coach's reins here. Select sides. Let me just lock in as the coach. Let's take a timeout, and I want to keep the second line on. So slow. Manage team. Come on. Pull goalie is on. Call timeout. I'm going to swap Schutt and Gardner. Put them on their off wings here for a possible shot that might come off the draw. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Second line stays out. First defensive pair. Face-off is aggressive. There he is. There's our beautiful head coach. Gagne, Roenick, and Leach are out. Here we go, boys. It all comes down to this. Gardner, Morenz, and Schutt. Extra attacker is assumedly Beliveau, I think? Or no, it's Maurice Richard. Face-off win. Robinson. Richard on net. Parent makes the save. Samuelson, board pin behind the net with 38 seconds to go. Richard fishing for it. But Roenick gets to it first. Schutt is fighting to keep it in zone. Gardner to the point. Chelios. Schutt to the point. It's Robinson with a lane on net. Big save, Parent once again. And Leach will exit the zone. Get it over to Watson. Now to Gagne. Hold on, broken up. Maurice Richard back the other way with 20 seconds left. Mike Gardner gets hit. At least gets the puck into the zone. 15 seconds remaining. Here's Steve Schutt behind the net. In front. Richard is stopped. Steve Schutt again. In front. Morenz. Oh, he gets poked off of his stick. Gagne to Leach. And that will likely be our last chance. 4 seconds. Schutt. Chelios skate. Gardner put it on net, buddy. Glove save, Parent. And that is the end of the road. Oh, what an electric final few minutes. That was a blast. As the Flyers win in 7 to eliminate the Canadiens in round number 1. Oh, that hurts, but that was fun. We'll see who wins it in the end. That was a fun ride. Lindros and Beliveau shaking hands. Oh, wow. That was a fun ride. It was a fun ride. We'll see who wins the cup. We'll see who wins the awards. We'll finish off the year. But Bernie Parent making those saves. Shots ended 42-25, but the Flyers win 3-2. If we could just stop taking the penalties and we didn't have such an atrocious penalty kill, could have been a different story. Oh, boy. Alright, so we'll sim round by round. Just to get to the end. Wow. It was a fun ride, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. It was fun. Bernie made some huge saves. Let's see what the matchups are in round number 2 now. I'm a bit late into that as the series have already started. Some of them are almost over even. Playoff tree. Alright, so in the first round, Dallas beat St. Louis. Detroit actually had a bit of a scare as they beat Chicago in 7. Edmonton took down San Jose in 5, and LA beat Colorado in 6. The Rangers took down the Penguins. Mario Lemieux and the Penguins lost in 5. The Devils beat the Florida Panthers in 7. Leafs beat the Nordiques in 6, and the Flyers beat us in 7. So now it's Devils, Rangers, Leafs, Flyers, Red Wings, Stars, and Kings, Oilers. A couple of Wayne Gretzky's going at it there for the Kings and the Oilers series. Let's keep on simulating into the next round. We'll see who makes it out of that and into the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. Let's sim another week, see what that gives us. As the Wings are close to winning that one. Yeah, Conference Finals. So the Oilers lose to the Kings, putting the house on the Leafs. All right, let's see what happens. Actually, the Flyers took it, my friend. I'm going to come get that deed. So the Red Wings sweep the Stars. The Kings take down the Oilers in 6. The final Gretzky in the West prevails. Now there's another Gretzky over in the East as the Rangers beat the Devils in 6 and the Flyers beat the Leafs in 5. It's New York versus Philadelphia in the East and Detroit versus LA in the West to see who will be the Stanley Cup finalists. Sim another week or so here. Currently 1-0 in the series for the Kings and for the Rangers. Oh, wow. The Kings are up 1-0 in the series, and they come back. Then the Wings come back to win 4 in a row and take it in 5 games. Wow. So it'll be the Wings versus who in the final? Well, it'll be the Flyers or the Rangers. They're going to Game 7. It'll be Detroit versus New York. The Flyers get eliminated in the conference final. It's going to be Detroit and all their crazy stacked team versus Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, and the New York Rangers. Here we go. Through game number 1, it is 2-0. Through games 1 and 2, it's 2-0 for the Rangers early on. Wow. The Wings have been down before. Can they fight back? They do 2-1 after game number 3. Michael, welcome aboard. You did miss most of it, unfortunately, but it was a fun ride. We're still wrapping it up. It was a good time. You can still watch it back after the stream. You can go, even right now, I think you can go back. But once it's posted, you can go and watch it on your own time whenever you like. No problem at all. Look at this mod. We got a Bauer ad. Look at that, eh? Thank you, YouTube. 3-1 in the series now as the Rangers on the brink of winning the Stanley Cup. They just need one more win against the Detroit Red Wings. Will they claim the cup? No, the Wings are fighting back. They're going to Game 6. Can the Wings fight to make it 7, or the Rangers take the cup in game number 6? They're going to 7! Game 7 between the Wings and the Rangers. Hold on, I gotta get the predictions in the chat. Let me tell you, let's look at their playoff situation here. Let me tell you the points of both teams, and you give me your prediction based on the storylines on both teams. For all 15 of you out here, I want to hear what you have to say. Sorry, I gotta look at playoff points. Let's see who's having a crazy postseason right now. Game 7 Stanley Cup Final. Wings have been fighters the whole time. So Detroit, they have Stevie Y with 24 and 22. Brett Hall, point per game with 12 goals. Sid Abel with 20 points and 22. It would be fun to jump into this one, I wish. Yeah, that was a fun. Oh, the Red Wings are your team, and there you go. There you go, Michael. Rangers win 5-3. All right, Frank. Chelios 16 and 22. Same for Lidstrom and same for Ted Lindsay. Robitaille, Coffey, 15 points each. And the goalie matchup is Terry Sawchuk, who's 15-5-2, 3 shutouts, 922 save percentage, 2.27 goals against. He is up against the New York Rangers goalie, which is Mike Richter, 15-7-2, 912 save percentage, 2.65 goals against average. Not as good numbers, but the scoring, you have Mark Messier 23-24, Mike Gardner 21, Shanahan 19, Gretzky only 18. So Red Wings win 4-3 in overtime. Wings come back. Wins win the cup. There's a lot of Wings out here, but I'm seeing some Rangers. There was one Rangers from Frank, I believe. All right, let's see. I think I say the Wings as well, with their points and with their goaltending. But let's see. In Game 7, after the Wings won 3-2 in Game 6, in Game 7, who's gonna pull off the Stanley Cup winning game? It will be the New York Rangers, as the Rangers won Game 7 by a score of 4-3 to capture the Alumni Cup in this stream. What a fun ride. What a fun ride. Rangers, their road to the Cup was an impressive one. They took down the Penguins in 5, Devils in 6, a 7-game thriller against the Flyers, and then they staved the comeback as the Wings almost took it in 7. Oh, wow, that was a close one. Let's check out the final points from both sides. Then we'll check out the awards and call it a night. Let's see, Detroit, the Detroit Red Wings. Yzerman ended with 24 and 23. He had 1 point in that game. Abel with 22. Lidstrom, 18 points in 23 games. Gordie Howe, only 11 points in 20 games. I guess that hurt a little bit. Shanahan had 9 goals and 10 points. Marcel Dion only with 9 points as a 92 overall. Yep. That's what did them in, maybe. Kozlov, shout out to Kozlov in our Dynasty mode with the Atlanta Thrashers. Sawchuk ends 15-5-3. I think it's 15-5-2, so it was an overtime winner, no less. An overtime winning goal for the New York Rangers. It was Game 7 overtime. Wow, I wish we could have seen that one. And hey, the Rangers are your favorite team, Kelly. There you go. 3 shutouts, 912 save percentage, 2.33 goals against average. Vernon's numbers end 16-7-2, 911 save percentage, and 2.65 goals against. Oh, shout out to that crazy helmet there from Gilles Villeneuve. Messier with 23 and 25. Gardner 22. Gretzky had at least a point in that one, 20 and 25. Shanahan 20 points, also 9 goals, but 11 assists instead of 1 assist from the Rangers one. Shanahan as the winner. Could be, eh? He might have been the guy. Leach, Olchuk, Howell, Bathgate, Graves, Rattel. What a team here in New York, winning the cup. It'll last a lifetime. All right, let's check out the awards. Don't want to exit out there. Let's check out the awards, and then we will call it a stream. Awards. So the Rangers win the cup. The Red Wings won the President's Trophy and the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. Prince of Wales went to the Rangers, obviously. Individual awards. The Art Ross goes to the St. Louis Gretzky. Hart Memorial goes to the St. Louis Gretzky. James Norris goes to the, unfortunately, to the LA Kings Robinson, not our Robinson, as he had a crazy 74-point season with the Kings. Lady Bing goes to the St. Louis Gretzky. Calder Memorial goes to Martin Kaut, okay, on the Coyotes. Conn Smythe goes to Mark Messier, congratulations. Vezina goes to Martin Brodeur. He was one of the 3 that we thought. I thought it would have gone to Patrick Waugh, but Brodeur gets it. Jennings also going to Brodeur. Masterton goes to Willie Mitchell. There you go. Jack Adams to the coach of the Panthers. Frank J. Selke goes to, once again, the St. Louis Gretzky. Ted Lindsay, St. Louis Gretzky. And Maurice Richard to Mario Lemieux. Down in the AHL, I'm just curious. Who are some of the... Toronto Marlies won the Calder Cup. Laval Rocket actually had the most points in the season, but we lost in the first round. That makes sense. Greg Adams did a lot there. John Michael Lyles, shout out to him. Ranford, Cujo, Brendan Morrison. We didn't win any awards? Oh, that's too bad. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are the awards. We'll go ahead and wrap it up there. What a fun stream. Closing it on 3 hours. Thank you, everyone who stopped by, took the time to watch, whether it be live or in the playback afterwards. Thank you, everyone who has subscribed, as we're now over 5,000 subscribers. To be at this point in just about 2.5 years is really something. Just like a year and a half ago, even less, we were at 2,000 doing a special stream. Now here we are at 5,000. So much more to come headed into 2022-23 with the real life of NHL and NHL 23. But Flyers franchise mode, career simulations, and much, much more happening here on the channel. I'm glad that all of you have been enjoying it, and thank you for your engagement in it, whether you be watching or commenting or in the Discord server or whatever else. It is so very much appreciated. Gretzky finally wins a Selke. Yes. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Well deserved. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Vinny, as well. A lot of thank yous now. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for the kind words. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, August the 20th, look out for Philadelphia Flyers franchise mode, episode number 10, the first half of the 2024-25 regular season. All I'm going to say is I'm going to need some assistant general managers in the comments, so be sure to hop in there. If you haven't already, leave a like on this video as well, and I appreciate you spending the time to be here this evening on this lovely Friday night. So everyone, have yourselves a great rest of your evening. Let me know in the comments as well, or send me a message. Do you want to see more alumni content, and how would that work? A whole alumni league, maybe live streams, maybe a one and done type of seasons. I don't know how we would incorporate it, but let me know how you'd like, if you'd like. Kaylee, great stream, very entertaining. Thanks, Dave, and congrats on 5K again. Thank you, Kaylee, for all of your support. Everyone, have yourselves a great rest of your evening. We'll close it off there. And more, yes, of course, Dexter. Always more Devils, of course. Check out the Cutter Gauthier career simulation. Leave your vote for who you want to see next. Flyers franchise starting tomorrow. Flyers franchise episode 10 tomorrow. And I think that's the only video I kind of have scheduled for the moment. Thank you, Dexter. Next career sim would likely be Marco Casper, Brad Lambert, Jonathan Lekaramaki, one of those. All right. Thank you, everyone, once more, and have a great rest of your night.